Good evening, comrades. Kouldbayne's stream is about to commence. Please remain seated for takeoff. Enjoy.
Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight, so stand up. Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight, so stand up. We ain't gonna plan tonight, we gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop, we gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight, we gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Yeah, time to stand up, take control tonight. Spent too much time on the plan, it's right. It's time to execute now on your dream in life. Gotta fail fast, learn, try again and fight, alright. Pull the trigger, 6, 7 figures, making that money from the drive that's in ya. Gold digger, making money quicker. Pain is good, make your skin a little thicker. It ain't luck, anyone that's at the top, no it ain't luck. It's a grind, it's a time since the day one. It's your mind deep inside, how you stay tough, how you get back up. You put the work in and it comes back. Multiply, stack, execute and you can take that. What you want bad, it's the truth, I'm the change that you can make fact. Yeah, I've done it, it ain't luck, I can teach you. Stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight, so stand up. We ain't gonna plan tonight, we gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop, we gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight, we gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. You could get it all in some time, make your dreams come to life. We ain't thinking small, thinking light. We just want it all in our sights. Move quicker, see the big picture. You could be selfish or you could be a giver. Go wizard, problem solve fixer. We ain't giving up till it's all delivered, Don't stop at the top, we gon' make it alright. No lies, just hard working and some long nights. Get lost, we dive deeper, disciplined life. The cost of sweat, time, yeah, worthy price. I don't care what they all say, no way. Negativity, any hate, I got no space. We gon' put our hands up to the sky, appreciate our lives and we fight till we die. Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight, so stand up. We ain't gonna plan tonight, we gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop, we gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight, we gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Action on our dreams and fight, alright.
Pilot, you are awaiting clearance into the Gunpla Hangar. Please proceed ahead until you are instructed to land. Pilot, you are clear for landing.
What's going on, comrades, and welcome to another exciting episode of Gunpla Hangar, where today we are going to be working on a kit from the F91 series of Gunpla or Gundam anime shows, movies, all that jazz. This is the Vigna Ghina. Now, this suit is part of the Crossbone Vanguard. This is a Re-1100. So this is my first time building one of the RE-1100s or the Reborn 100 series of kits. I'm super excited to build this thing. It's a beauty from what I've seen in the packaging, and I got this awesome kit from New Type, guys. They're not sponsoring me, but I just want to let you know that's where I got it from. Also, how do y'all like that sticker? That is a really good sticker design. Testing out the new camera tonight as well. Let's see how my fingies look. Fingies look great. And we're going to say hello to everybody. We had Brian King here saying yo. Kenneth Bird. We had Dave. Blues in the house. And Jen. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good night. Let's get started on our build, shall we? Also, the instructions here, it tells you exactly what you're going to be working on. That's pretty cool. I have never built a RE-100 or a Reborn 100. So this is kind of a first for me. So let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to start with the chest. Chest is using the C runner here, which is, I want to say it's a purple runner, maybe? There's that. Yeah, that's the purple runner. C13. Now we're only doing this. There are a ton of stickers for this kit. Don't know if I'm going to be using a ton of stickers on that, but we will figure that out. All right, I need the A14. I do like these kits. Yeah, it looks like I'm filming upside down because it's mirrored. I could try to mirror it maybe another way. No, it wouldn't work. I'm actually filming top down, as you can see. But that's why it looks like it's upside down. Unfortunately, I can't get the angle that I want unless I were to turn the camera from over my shoulder. That would give the angle that y'all would need. I might unfortunately, I wish I could, Jen, but I would have to put it over my shoulder. I don't really. I may actually build a different rig here soon for Gunpla building, where it's just the camera on a different arm. Get a different camera for Gunpla Hangar, or put the camera on a different arm for Gunpla Hangar. It's always been upside down. It doesn't always look like it because I have my. You know what it is? No, I can't, Jen. That would be. I can't rotate the image. It won't let me. Another reason why I'm probably going to be doing away with StreamYard here. Aside from their ridiculous. See, I can only rotate that way. But there, I'll move the book out the way so it doesn't look like it's upside down. Because by the time when I build this thing, it's gonna be laying flat like that. So I'll angle it so it looks good. D2 and D1. So I need those two runners there. I really wish when they would build these runner stands that they would build them so that they're not like. So that's normal angle. It's upside down. Great. There. It's just upside down for the moment. And now I've got to get the angle back to where I had it. And it looks like that because I've got my cutting mat upside down, as a matter of fact. So let me rotate that so that doesn't look. There. The instructions will be upside down just because I'm looking top down from this perspective. However, I am going to be getting a different setup so that way I can do this. I believe I am a new type there, Dave. I do believe that. Now let me get back to where I was. Unfortunately, I don't have the proper mount to really kind of give this that over the shoulder perspective. I like to have my camera turned to where it would actually look like it's. But again, I'm looking at another filming option because for those of you that don't know, I use StreamYard for this, and StreamYard is effectively raising their price to $40 a month for base. For base, you can get the free version, which is what I've used for a long time, but I think it's dumb that you're charging that much for base. And if anybody wants to join me tonight, I've sent out the link to my Gundam group for those of you that would like to join. Oh, come on. I almost wish I had a better camera mount for this. And I'm going to look into something that may work better in the long run for doing Gunpla Hangar. Camera mount wise. There you go. Is that better than me flipping the mat? Oh, look at that. We got our Ghostbuster Supreme here. 3D print master as well. Dave, how's it going?
It's not Gunpla, but it's plastic.
Hey, if you're building something I consider it hangar worthy, my friend.
And you hit on something that hits me in the core when you mentioned about StreamYard.
Yeah.
Because yours truly bumped down to the free version.
Same. I just did it today. I was like,
however, this is what for my live streams moving forward, what I'm planning on doing is a little bit of a cheat.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to use OBS.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and screen capture the stage of StreamYard without actually going live with them. So I can at least bring somebody on and I could have that as a separate image. At least I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
Because it's so I didn't hear that they're going up to 40 for the base.
Yeah, it's like 40
was like 25 before.
Yeah, the base was like
a big hike. I mean, that's a $15 increase right there. And honestly, you don't even get that much.
Jen said I need to turn your volume up, but I can't turn your volume up.
Let me try this. My because I switched microphones again. How is this? Is this better?
That's
I turned
better.
up my gain.
Yeah, that's better.
And I don't mean the detergents. I turned up my gain on my microphone. How's that?
What mic are you using there, Dave?
This one is the blue Yeti Classic.
Yeah.
You know, the bitter pill.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually like using my fine, but I've been noticing like sometimes I really have to turn up the volume in editing, which it gets annoying at times.
Yeah, that's what I had to do with that snowball, and that's why I finally.
Yeah.
She said, "Yeah, that's better." Hey, DJ, how's it going?
As long as Jen is happy, that's all. That's all.
I know she's being super picky tonight, and I'm gonna have to run in there and talk to her a minute. She's giving me anxiety. God,
you might want to take a beam saber with you.
It's gonna be a fight. But this kit is actually courtesy of her, so I can't be too angry. She
I was gonna go and buy a kit today, but I'm like, let me just see what happens the next couple days.
Yeah. I can't really buy any right now because of the transmission that I've got to replace.
Yeah.
It's looking like it's probably going to be a $3,000 fix. At minimum. That's
not fun.
Nah, I mean, I'm over here sweating bullets right now because if it's any higher, I'm going to effectively just have to drive it till I can pay it off and then try to see if I can trade it in.
Well, let me show you this. You as a gamer might get a kick out of this. If you ever, maybe you're a Game Boy person. Yeah, you'll like to show off your classic Game Boy cartridges.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Well, you have somebody 3D print you a Game Boy cartridge frame, so you could put your Game Boy cartridges here.
Nice.
Holes in the back, so you can just hang it right on the wall there to kind of display it.
Yeah.
I found this on, I think it was Yegi or Thingiverse. I printed this up for my buddy. It's his birthday today, so I'm like, "Hey, I printed this. What do you think about it?" "Oh, I love it." He was like, "Oh, I want one just like it." Well, I said, "This is yours." So I'm printing a gold one right now.
At some point, there may be a giant palmetto bug crawling around me. I just saw it crawling in here. It must have snuck in through the air conditioner.
Gunpla Hangar just turned into Helldivers.
Exactly. Yeah, totally, Jen. D&D this month should be at the end of the month. DJ should be at the end of the month. I may have another business. I may have another work move. If I do, I will put it at the next week after. I don't know what our turnout will be because I know Britterbug has changed her schedule to kind of forego nights for the time being.
That's per her medicine, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Dre's on the mend.
Yeah.
Having his surgery.
Yeah. So at this point in time, DJ, I would love to say end of the month. And I will say end of the month. Even if the rest of our crew can't make it, I plan on having at least me there. Dave, I know Dave will be there.
It should be.
And I know Noah's ready to play. Unless corporate has me come out to do another move, which they're in the talks right now for another building move. But I should be home in time for a D&D stream, at least. Which, by the way, guys, we came back with a vengeance the other night and Dave was part of that vengeance too.
We continued it yesterday with Britterbug.
Nice.
I think we had like 3 or 4 dubs on her stream.
She's asked me to come join her out, but Saturdays are just I can't.
It's Saturday afternoons. And
yeah,
honestly,
and my Saturdays are Saturdays are eaten up.
Like especially for people out west and not for nothing, people like yourself down south, Saturdays is college football.
It's college football, but
so that takes up a lot. I mean, people went back to school. I mean, it's kind of a weird time because everyone's kind of in flux, as it were.
Yeah, and another thing that's going on right now with me is I've been working on both of the houses right now.
And then
we had to the wall in the studio right now is like tore up. It's kind of torn up behind my TV.
Ooh,
because we had to get in there and do some plumbing work Saturday.
Yeah, you were playing Super Mario, right?
Pretty much, it felt like it. But no, my sister's bathroom is actually right next to my studio.
Okay.
And so every time that she would take a shower or anything like that, I would notice a puddle of water would build up on the. You talked to Dre. He said he would try nice. Indiana Jones and snakes, you mean, Jen? She said like what's his name of the snakes?
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And me. I hate snakes.
Snakes don't bother me. I'm okay with snakes.
Well, yeah, you're from down south.
Yeah.
We don't see snakes like you guys do.
Yeah, it's kind of a common thing for us. I keep forgetting about that.
You guys get those big ass, bugs too. I'm like,
yeah, that's another.
Is a cockroach up.
Yeah, we get a little bit of everything. Like, and what's funny is like I had to go do I had a tour with a exterminator not too long ago for the new building.
Did he look like John Goodman?
Nah. There wasn't an 8-legged freaks moment there. But no, that was arachnophobia. Do you know they're trying to develop a sequel for that right now? I'm like, please why?
Stop it.
Why? It's
because they figure, hey, there's twisters and actually twist. I haven't watched that movie yet, even though I have it.
I've heard good things.
But it's like, hey, let's capitalize on everything that's like from maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Or more. I mean, you got Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is still doing strong at the box office.
I'm glad to hear that too.
although there are a lot of people who are kind of conflicted on whether, oh, it's great, and some people are like, well, it's no, you can't please everybody all the time. A lot of TV shows are coming back now too. Was it White Collar is supposed to be somehow being revived? There's tons of stuff that people are trying to forcibly bring back, and it's like,
Yeah.
some stuff is great. Beverly Hills Cop XLF was fantastic. I mean, obviously, Deadpool Wolverine, I think, is the movie of the year.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat. It's gonna be hard to beat.
It's like, no, you don't have to bring every intellectual property back.
Right. But I mean, it's like I can see the cash grab on it, and I can see the thought process for the cash grab. Studios are hurting right now to figure out something to keep people in theaters.
Well, not just studios. I mean, look at Netflix. They start a show. Was it I didn't watch it, but the Dead Boy Detectives or whatever it was called. After one season, that's already been canceled. I mean, you get some stuff that they have potential, but they don't give it a chance to kind of.
They give it the sci-fi treatment. Basically, it gets successful. People want more money, and they're like, well, we'll just cancel rather than give you more money.
But I mean, you and I are obviously both happy about the Aliens.
Yeah, Romulus did so good. Hey, Waterspawn, how's it going? Good news for him is his package is now sitting in customs
for the next 3 weeks.
Shouldn't.
What country is Waterspawn?
I'm not at liberty to give out his information here.
Okay. No,
let's just say it's
because I know like the UK they can hold stuff for a long time.
It's not the UK, that's for sure. It's definitely gonna be a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit easier.
I don't need to know the exact country. I was just wondering type of the world, what spot of the world, because I've had stuff that was shipped and I shipped to the UK before and it was a nightmare. It just customs can hold stuff for like a month or more if they want to.
My biggest concern is like, and me and Waterspawn actually did talk about this, was the address of all things.
Okay.
Because they do their addresses different than America.
Yes, they do. Tremendously different.
Where he lives, again, we'll just say that it's it's definitely not an English speaking country, so it's a little different.
Okay.
But yeah, me and him sat there and talked for a little while Tuesday night. One of the nights. I can't remember. All my days were blurred together last week, so. But I survived my first 12 day in a row shift. And like I said, at the end of it all, my boss was like, "Go home. You've worked too much. Go home and get you some rest."
Get the out.
He was bragging on me though. He said, I stepped up. I didn't complain. I said, yeah, I was falling apart towards like the latter part of that week. I pulled a muscle in my back and thought I had herniated a disc at one point. It hurt so bad.
Take a look at the colors here.
All right, I gotta look at this and see. Come on.
Let's look off. Let me try this one. I printed out 2 parts here, 2 ends.
Yeah.
Because what happens is on the particular one, you do a cut, just like if you cut an image in half.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's happening is when I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see that there's an obvious imperfection right there.
Yeah.
Like it didn't print out leveled correctly.
Yeah.
That's my problem. It does that on multiple ones.
Okay, I see the difference in these chest armors here. One is made more for like if the suit's open.
Here's the other one. Let me see if this one looks any better.
The other one is a little bit more rounded to make it like it's closed.
My only recourse is to fill that in with some putty.
There's a lot of
and then
undergating on this
repaint
kit.
this. Might have to do that. Seal that up and then fill it in with putty and then repaint it.
So, Wider Spawn, this is the kit that I'm building today, the Vigna Ghina. It's
Sounds like
I'm
a
at the yeah,
Door
it has
song.
yeah. I can't really show the box kind of. I mean, look at that box art, Dave.
Ooh. I was on, I was in our group chat on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
He does the clubhouse on Saturdays. I was
Yeah.
hanging out in the clubhouse. One of the guys, he does. I forgot what his name. It's Brick something because he does a lot of Lego stuff.
Yeah.
He was showing off some Ultraman kits
Yeah.
that he got because he has a brother that's over in Japan. Got him some kits on the cheap over there. Oh, they look freaking. It had me looking at sites last night.
Check out New Type. They have a
There were
bunch of
these beefy Ultraman
yeah.
kits that look like they had Gundam, like just Gundam cannons mounted on the shoulders and just
Yeah, I've got a few of the Ultraman kits actually
It
in my
looks sick.
backlog. Got a few of those. I've got a few of the I've got a few different ones. I got Ultraman. I've got
Yeah, I might have to do that. Don't want to.
I'm gonna take that part off. That part's gonna come off first.
Gonna have to do that. I think that's my own course here, because you can see some of the lines like here,
Yeah.
and this one right here. I think I might have to take like some wood putty, fill this in. I'm gonna have to bond this first.
Yeah.
And maybe try and fill in some of this and just repaint this whole thing. I mean, this is all blue plastic, and that's kind of the idea of 3D printing, especially in colors.
Yeah.
That you can just kind of like print it and forget it. But unfortunately, this thing is so big that I can't print it on the print bed, even if I did it like standing up. I just won't do it because I tried printing standing up, and I had to actually cut these parts in the slicer separately and print them like this.
Huh.
So all depends on the size of your printer.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty much common size. Believe it or not, I have to slice this, but I can print a Mandalorian helmet in one go. That doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. I was sitting here trying to force a part just a second ago, and I was like, wait a minute, why is that not going on? And then I looked at it and realized I had one of the pieces backwards, but we've already got the chest. Like, I mean, it's looking good. It's looking really good. All right, I need to tilt the neck back a little bit. And then I need A11, which is going to be this. There's a part up here at the top that I got to take off. And I'm running in.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, originally I was looking for a file because I wanted to 3D print a Gundam kit.
Ooh.
So we could actually experiment to see how well it would go together for Gundam Hangar. So maybe the next Hangar you do, I'll be able to have like a 3D print the runners, and then we can just have at it and see just how well it will come out.
That actually sounds really cool. I would actually like to see what the capabilities are. All right, that should be in place, but there we go. First part of the kit is done. There's our torso. I love the colors on this. That dark kind of blue mixed in with the little bits of purple and that gray. Now, this comes from a series that takes place kind of in the future of the Universal Century.
Okay.
Hey, Mega. Let's see. Wider Spawn wants to know what is the blue stuff on the table? Like the little pieces.
Well, Wider Spawn, when you 3D print, and sometimes you can just flat 3D print a piece, but sometimes you have to print it upwards. So it needs supports. So what it actually does is these, like for example, this is all the parts are still on here.
Yeah.
And you see there's a branch here. You can set it so that it has basically like a tree branch for support. So as it's printing the smaller base, like this part right here, it prints this out because it prints back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
So that's what this is. It prints these supports. So kind of like on a runner, we have to snip these off. So like with this, because I tried printing it with this, but you still would have supports off the back of it that have to grow and support it. Otherwise, if it comes a little wibbly wobbly, a little unstable, it's gonna fail, and you're gonna have a big mess regardless. And even if I print it from the bottom up, this whole area would be filled with basically little branches that you have to snip through.
Yeah.
It makes a longer mess. But this was the best way to get the cleanest cut or the cleanest print possible. So that's what all these little pieces are. It's kind of like our version of runners.
Okay. F217. So literally the entire runner here is just for one piece.
Will this one go any better?
Thank you, Wider Spawn. You visited with Victoria yesterday? That sounds fun, Mega. He said what Wider Spawn said. Okay, so those extra pieces are just trash. He forgets about 3D. He forgot about 3D printing.
There are some people that try and repurpose it by melting.
He says, "Thanks for the explanation." Sorry, Dave.
No, there are some people who try to repurpose it, for environmental.
Yeah.
Like this one. This one is the front. I still have to remove all the branches, all the supports.
Yeah.
And this is, basically it prints upwards like that, so it supports everything, keeps everything standing upright, so you have a good solid print.
Nice. Polycap 2. There are a whole lot of Polycap 1s on this kit. This is a big kit, too. Like, I didn't realize just how massive this was. It's built like an MG in, the size.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right, I got to see how this goes. So, I'm just supposed to slide in like that. Yep. Just like that. F2. I got to put the sticker on first. Smaller hole goes up. I like the description, the instructions on this because they're done in pretty clear English. Like it says, sticker goes in first. Like do your sticker step first.
Is that a third-party kit or?
No. This is actual from Bandai.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You said it's in English. I'm like,
yeah, the instructions. That's one of their newer kits.
Oh. Cool.
And nice. The final wave of Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures are hitting Ross now. Nice, Mega. I personally don't collect a whole lot of those. Oh, please tell me these aren't order slides. Okay, good. They're not.
Oh,
I got a little nervous there.
I unboxed my Super 7s yesterday of Power Rangers, including Billy.
Nice.
It's nice. What's actually cool about those, the Super 7 Ultimates,
yeah,
they made it so that the weapons can actually combine. Because remember when they would take, like, Pink Ranger's bow, the Yellow Ranger's sai, Billy's weapon, Zed's weapon, and Jason, and they would form that big kind of blaster.
Yeah.
The weapons actually connect together.
That's epic. I like that.
An extra piece, so you can actually do that. I'm like, okay, that's pretty awesome right there.
That is. I kind of dig that.
Hasbro never did that.
Yeah, Hasbro is all about rehashing the same thing over and over again.
No, they're about pretty much leasing out the brands now because that's what's going to happen. Playmates has the brand for Power Rangers now.
Really?
Or at least one iteration of it. Yeah, so there's no more Lightning Collection because, like Mega said, it's the last. They're hitting his Ross. So they're going to let Playmates kind of run and do their own little take of Power Rangers. So who knows what that's even going to look like.
Yeah.
they've been doing the 3-0 company does like the 1/6 scale,
Yeah.
like the GI Joe and other stuff. They've been doing Power Rangers for a little while, a couple of years now, and they sell like a 1/6 scale, which is like your Hot Toy scale,
Yeah.
but they sell them for between 99 to maybe 150.
Okay.
Makes it a bit more affordable, you know. And I had the White Ranger and the Green Ranger. I do want to get the others at some point, but there's no civilian heads or anything, But
So it's
still,
just
for the
strictly the
sizes,
helmets.
they work out. Well, no, it's a full figure.
Okay.
Because I know you're a Blue Ranger fan yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, always had a a soft spot
I mean,
for Billy.
Look at your color. I mean, your logo has that
Yeah.
blue. So
Blue is my favorite color. It is.
like technically, this boat in G.I. Joe
Yeah.
is actually orange and gray, but the person who wanted this said they want blue, so we're doing it blue.
Interesting. All right, I'm not even looking at the right runner. No wonder that didn't match up. Where's my A1? Oh, there's my A1 runner. I don't know why they labeled it as an A1 runner because it's literally the only A runner.
Did it come with steak sauce?
Yeah, it wasn't that important. Sorry, I had to make the A1 joke. But I will say this kit feels very different compared to like my normal builds.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like it.
How?
As in like, you know how when we build our like HGs, right?
Yes.
So it feels like an HG, but it's bulky. This thing's huge.
So it's a bit of a chunky boy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. I mean, it's going to be a big kit regardless because it's a. Like I said, it's following the RE100 line, which is a line that I didn't talk about in one of my videos before where I was describing Gunpla and the hobby. It's literally a line that they don't use a whole lot. It's kind of sad they don't use it because I feel like there could be a lot of potential in this line. C114. Just because it's a very good 100 line, you know. I forgot to put a trash bag in here.
Is this what's called?
Let's look at the chat real quick.
Yeah. No.
Going
on, Chief.
They're both kind of Namco Bandai is the gaming brand of it. Bandai is the brand altogether. $7 at Ross, but your Ross is hit or miss. We don't have a Ross here where I live. Marcus, how's it going? Welcome to the stream.
We have a Ross here, but like all it ever has is like little kid toys, and it never have anything.
Yeah, our Ross is
properly collectible.
So the nearest Ross to us is like a couple hours away, and it's very much a miss. Like I went in there and everything was disjointed. Nothing seemed like it was organized. There was no organization. All right, so I've got that in place. Now I need to get
a Ross organization. You say?
Yeah. Just felt very disorganized. I know that's probably nothing out of the ordinary, but all right, how am I supposed to put this? Okay, I've got that on backwards. That's why that's not lining up.
By the way, disclaimer, anyone looking to get into 3D printing, you're going to be doing a lot of this.
A lot of cleanup work.
Sanding.
Something's not right. I figured something wasn't right there. I got to take all of this apart now.
this? Did you put something in backwards or?
I don't think I got something in all the way on this kit. Like not V fin, but the. Oh, come on! It's not gonna let loose. Come on, let go. Pry tool. Try to do this gently because I don't want to break the pegs. Got to try to pry the head free from the armor. There we go. There's a part on here that just isn't lining up all the way. And I've got to figure out why it's not lining up. Hey, Ricardo. Hope you're doing well tonight. Plastic Treasure indeed, Manta Ray. How are you tonight? Thank you for dropping in. Manta Ray is one of my most common commenters. He comments. He almost. I believe he comments on almost every video I have. So I do appreciate the support, Manta Ray. I try to catch your card fight videos when I can. There we go. Oh my God, I'm dropping the pieces are so smooth. They're like, I can't get a grip on them. And it's not a complaint about the parts, because I know this is going to be one of those kits where, okay, I just lost the other part of the head. Where did it go? Nope. Let me do this real quick. So look for that.
Before I make a decision, I'm going to work on this other part to see if that'll fit better.
So I dropped the head that I'm working on here.
Yeah.
And it came apart. Probably because I didn't get everything kind of snapped together properly. All right, there we go. That's better. That's a lot better. Oof. Hope you feel better, Ricardo. Hey, Mirage, how's it going? Oh, wait. The real Vanilla Ice, really?
Yo.
Do we need to stop, collaborate, and listen?
Probably.
How's it going, Mirage?
Yeah, I'm going fine. I'm waiting for this. Drank coffee also again. Just for this.
Yeah, I saw
This
your
time
text
on-
this morning about or you drank coffee getting ready for the stream and then realized it was the.
Yeah, obviously it was my time zone, so I was like,
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Anyway, today I'm going to work on a kit that's actually not Bandai for once.
Really? Which one are you working on?
I showed this I'm just gonna say what's up, but this one right here in Messenger. The Zara kit. It's
Nice.
Chinese kit that kind of like a Zaku.
Yeah.
Because
Let's say it's giving Zaku vibes.
yeah, because I wasn't thinking about picking this at first, but then I saw this one that I follow on Facebook. He keeps raving about it, so I was like, I'll consider it maybe. But then the seller was actually selling it. I mean, there's this guy also selling it locally. I was like, should I really? Should I? Said the SpongeBob meme, you know what I mean? But then I was like, there's only 3 left. And then I was like, I had this FOMO moment. So I was like, might as well.
Yeah.
It's so far I built the torso and some of the arms. Not completely completed, of course, but here you go. What's that about? Yeah. Here it is. The torso and head.
That
Pretty cool.
actually looks really cool. That actually looks really cool. I like that.
Yeah, and this kit, there's no stickers required. Absolutely no stickers.
Nice.
And even some of the parts even came pre-painted, like this red part here.
Yeah.
That's pre-painted, not stickers.
Ooh.
See?
That's a win. That's a win for me.
Yeah, it comes with a run in it.
Yeah.
This one.
Anytime I can avoid stickers, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. And so far, this is the first, like, not just. I mean, I built non-Bandai kits before, like the Kouldbayne kit.
Yeah.
But this is my second. But this is my second model kit. I mean, it's not Bandai. I mean, third, and it's my first model kit that's from China.
You sure you don't want to say third party there, Mirage? You sure you don't want to call it a third party kit?
Technically, I know what you mean though. But technically, since it's original design, this is quite Zaku, but still, still original enough. Unlike that judge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I consider this first party.
So Dave, I told you about that, didn't I?
What?
So you've seen my video about my third party kits, right? Or my top 10 third party kits.
Mm-hmm.
So I made that video a year ago, like a little over a year ago, and this guy comments on there and tells me that he really hates that I use the term third party because third party it's detrimental to the companies, I guess, that make it.
What does he want you to say? Brand impaired?
He wanted me to use a term like non-ban, which is non-Bandai. So
Kouldbayne, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
The funny thing though, I posted it on Twitter, Twitter and like Facebook about it, and then nobody agrees with him at all. Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's the dude literally was having like a meltdown about this thing. Like he was getting so bent out of shape over a phrase. Yeah, and like
if nobody agrees with you, like even on Facebook, on Twitter, then you're done for. No.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing is like me and Mirage came in there and was like being, he was being nice about it. He wasn't being a total tool about it. And this guy was just being a tool to Mirage. And I finally stepped in and was like, look, dude, I mean, you're being a bit of an ass about it.
I was trying to be constructive as possible, but the guy is just like, that's nuts.
The dude wants to be one of those guys that's like, I feel like he believes Mecha Gaikotsu is a god, or maybe not, because I think he even mentioned that Mecha Gaikotsu wasn't like great, but he'd won competitions and all that. And I was like, brother, yeah.
Even people on Twitter, I was like, no, nobody gives a crap, man, if you win competition or not.
He lives in his mother's basement, obviously.
The dude literally just had such a negative tone towards Mirage. I was like, we're not here for that. We're here I'm here as just a Gundam builder. I enjoy building the kits. This is a hobby for me. It's not
I bet in real
don't.
life he sounds like comic book guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
awesome.
in the original plastic.
Yeah, it was so just. It gets frustrating when I see some of the Gunpla community be like it's not all of them, because most of the Gunpla community is pretty cool with each other. Like you don't get the whole holier than thou.
I mean, I see some of it, especially around one of my favorites, IBO. But
Well, the IBO hate comes from the fact that just it's a there's some fans in the IBO community, and I'll be the first to admit I've seen the IBO community be a little toxic because Barbatos go smashy, but I mean all Gundam go smashy if you really watch Gundam.
yeah. Well,
And
hell, look at Star Wars. I mean, they're
Yeah.
probably one of the most toxic.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna have toxic fan groups in your communities. There's just no doubt about it.
Trust me, I can talk about Star Wars toxicity all day. I've been there. Okay, I've been through freaking racism.
Yeah. I mean, one of the crazy things for me was like the gatekeeping in the Mandalorian community, in the community of like Mandalorian cosplayers.
Yeah.
No, it's just 50, like the 501st, and they're like any kind of cosplay in Star Wars. They just
Originality is not allowed,
Yeah.
Or they want you to have like a $5,000. They want you to spend all of your money building this thing versus like just having fun with it,
I'd be like, nope, sir, you are incorrect.
And it's like I tell everybody, if I have questions about Gunpla, I know exactly who I go to. He's sitting right here in the chat right now.
Sensei.
Oh, I'm Vanilla Ice. Don't forget that.
Mirage has educated me so much on certain things. Be like, all right, yeah, like when we build, like I learned so much from you, Mirage.
Yeah, thank you.
You are my most knowledgeable friend when it comes down to the Gundam community. And I'll have you know, Mirage, I'm taking the UC dive.
Ooh.
I started Zeta today.
Oh, you started Zeta? That's nice.
Yeah, I figured I'd start Zeta. It's growing on me.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's still a good series so far.
Yeah, I mean I can tell it's like vintage Gundam acting,
Yeah.
I do like the suit design so far.
Oh yeah, Zeta has one of the best suit designs, even though it can be weird for some. But
Yeah.
I still love it. Like the old Zeta Gundam itself,
Yeah.
Mark II especially.
See, and
of course, like Kushiki.
Yeah, I've had some like introduction to those suits through like games and the model kits themselves.
Yeah.
So it's cool to get to see them in action finally,
Yeah.
But I mean, I kind of want to punch Camille.
Don't be like Jared.
Now, Dave, I don't know if you've seen it yet.
No, I haven't.
So I have Crunchyroll, and that's how I usually watch most of my like Gundam stuff now. And Camille kind of gives me that vibe of like he needs a good punch. He just needs a good like punch. He gets mad because his friend's calling him Camille, and he's like, "I don't like that name. Don't call me that. Don't say it out loud." And I'm like, "That's
the funny thing, he gets offended over it when it's just a unisex name to begin with."
Yeah, exactly. So after watching it a little bit, I mean, after watching the first episode, I'm kind of interested now. I'm kind of sold on it. It usually it takes me like 2 or 3 episodes, but that first episode was fun. Like you get to see some of the much of the Mayan history is still unsecured. Gotcha, Blue.
Yeah, Sunday just kept getting exhausting. I should tell you, I forgot about the plastic.
Hey, babyface.
I'm surprised. The plastic quality in this kit is quite good actually. It's definitely not like it's it's not like the poly. I don't feel like it's polystyrene like Bandai is. This one, for example.
Yeah,
but definitely it feels more like ABS.
Oh,
which
nice.
they do use on Gunpla, but not like majority of it. This one is like completely only ABS plastic.
Yeah.
No, I also posted about this kit in a Japanese Gunpla group actually, and then they were quite interested about it.
Let's see, I need E1 and E2.
Let me see here.
Am I missing an E runner here?
Yes.
Nope, there it is. It had gotten hooked on another runner and fell off. So I need.
But I got to say though, this person, whoever made this kit, whatever they called Chief Continent, they're very generous because they give you like, where is it? 2 these A runners.
Yeah.
And they both came with basically the duplicate runners, and they both have like 2 weapons. I mean, 2 of the same weapons basically. So you get 1 bazooka on each, and then a bazooka here, and then a gun. It's the same guns and bazooka, but that's very generous, man.
I have gotten
So
clumsy tonight.
So if you want
another part.
Oh damn. So if you want this kit to do with weapons, then yeah, that's the option. Pretty cool.
And of course, that part just.
So Mirage, you'll get a kick out of this. I shared it to Aaron yesterday.
Yeah.
I found a 3D file.
Yeah.
Did you ever want your Gundams to have, instead of the regular foot, have it that it looks like they're wearing a Croc?
Oh yeah, I've seen those before.
I sent a picture of it to Aaron. I was like, so just let me know what color you want for your Gundams. I'll print them up.
Well, the part fell, but I don't know where it fell.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, I found it.
You're asking Kouldbayne. I was gonna join a bit early, but then a part fell, and I was trying to find it for so long.
Yeah.
Because it was actually underneath the table under there, so I had to use something to like take it out.
Yeah.
And then when I was building, it fell again on the freaking carpet.
You see, it's been a while since I've done a build, so I can tell that I'm like not quite having my good luck with my hands.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta see.
I don't know. I've been keeping building recently. Like after I build one kit, I build another one. Like, I guess I cannot stop. Freaking building machine here.
All right, that's gonna get covered up by something, so I'm not too concerned about that. These, you can see them now because I've got a white piece of paper in front of me here. But I've got these gnats that have been just horrible this year. I put out traps finally, and they're getting caught in them. It's just that they're everywhere, and they've just been so annoying. They're getting into the house because we've got like I said, I've got the window unit here, and they're sliding in underneath the slats.
Yeah. At least you're not dealing with a lot of cockroaches like us.
Tacos for dinner sounds good. We had Chef Boyardee for dinner tonight.
Oh yeah, Kouldbayne, recently I had Vietnamese coffee.
Yeah.
I posted on Facebook, but then it's kind of unique because the thing about this Vietnamese coffee, I don't remember what animal it came from, but this coffee literally is poo coffee.
Oh, you've got Kope Luwak.
Yeah, I did.
Interesting.
You know what? Actually, Kouldbayne, I'm not gonna lie, it is freaking good.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
I'm surprised, man. I did not expect it to be good. I mean, granted, I had coffee, but I had milk. But still,
yeah,
that's surprisingly good.
I don't know if I could bring myself to drink it, but
I was a bit skeptical myself too, but there was no coffee at home at that time, so I was like, you know what, a man gotta do what he gotta do.
So I have the deck on here. The deck fits, like, it's a little snug, but it fits here. However, if I put the actual cockpit, the seat in there,
yeah.
this rear part does not fit precisely. So I might have to do some sanding down on this right here, on this top frame, so that this will fit in there.
Jen
it
said
fits
you were very
perfectly.
brave for trying that, Mirage.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Oh yeah, by the way, Dave,
Yes.
what are you building? I'm quite interested.
I 3D
I do like
printed.
G.I. Joe.
This is a G.I. Joe boat from the 80s called the Devilfish, and it's you can buy 3D files, the STL files, on Etsy. There are people who've taken the original scans or taken scans of the original boats and and vehicles, and they upscaled it so this will fit the 6-inch figures.
Oh, that's interesting.
That they sell now. So instead of waiting around for Hasbro to see, well, will they or won't they bring back my favorite vehicle from way back when, you can buy the files. Now these files I think were like $10 or $11, and then I just printed it off my printer. But there is some modifying you kind of have to do because I had to slice this in half in my printing program.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of give and take, but at some point tonight I will bond these two pieces together. And Aaron, you're gonna love this. Okay, it's a 2-part adhesive. One is a liquid, the other is a spray. When you put the two pieces together, chemical reaction, and it will become bonded within 10 seconds.
Wow, that's nice.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, it's strong. It's got a strong, like, literally, it's not just strong bond wise. There's there's a vapor. So it's always good to be in a ventilated area.
Oh yeah.
And I highly recommend.
Definitely.
I highly recommend protection for your hands.
Yes.
Because this stuff, like, literally, if I accidentally sprayed it on my finger, my finger and my thumb will not come apart.
Oh yeah,
That's how strong this stuff is.
You're gonna need a good solvent to get all that off.
This is the stuff right here, and this is what all the like big time 3D printers on YouTube use. This stuff, like, this is what I use. We used it on the guns. We used it on a few other things.
Yeah,
I've used it, and it is I'd say less. It's supposed to be 12 seconds, but I'd say it's like 8 seconds in its bond.
Wow.
So
interesting.
Oh yeah.
I
feel like a little bit of danger when you're putting crafts together, right?
I would be so afraid to use that with like Gunpla though.
Oh, I was nervous.
Just because of the like how strong the glue is.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like the stronger version of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes. And Aaron, I am researching videos right now because you can make light boxes with 3D printing.
Yeah. Nice.
And there's certain there's a program called Fusion.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn. And once I learn it, I can take a flat image, like say, I don't know, maybe a channel logo, 3D print it, and then you put like a little LED light in there, and you have yourself a light box.
Oh, that's cool.
So if I do that, maybe I'll do a giveaway where either the winner gets like a set of 3D printed guns, like say from like Deadpool 3 or something like that, or and maybe if it's a YouTuber, be like, hey, send me your logo and I'll make you a light box as the prize.
Nice.
So maybe we'll do something like that.
That'll be cool.
But I have to learn how to do it first.
Y'all, I have dropped so many parts tonight.
It's not so cut and dry. It's not like, oh, I scan this image. Oh, it turns into this. No, you have to do a whole lot of maneuvering. So
yeah,
it's fun. It's fun for the whole family.
Okay, I can put the E's back. So Mirage, have you built this kit yet?
Oh, that one, no, I haven't yet.
It's not bad. I'm liking it so far.
Mhm.
It's an RE100, so it's basically just a giant HG.
Yeah.
But I will say there's a lot of undergating.
Yeah, I heard about that part.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of undergating just because that's a lot of cleanup work to do.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm pretty much a straight build. I don't ever do custom paints or anything.
Yeah.
Babyface dropping a dab party. Let's go. Sorry for your ears, guys.
What? Huh?
But I'm going to tell you right now, Mirage, like so far the ease of building this hasn't been, it's pretty easy to build. Like it's not a difficult build.
Mhm.
Everything goes together really cleanly. Don't have too much to say negative about it so far. Ooh, I got to clean that up.
Yeah, guys. Okay, the hands just freaking explode, but yeah, here's the hands. Let's get this interested, and it's made of like a interesting plastic. I'm not sure how to describe it. Anyway.
But yeah, I got to say this kit right here, the one I'm building now, is courtesy of Jen. She knew I was having a bad week, so she bought me 2 kits. And I was having a hard time choosing between this one and the other one.
So what you're saying is this week's sponsor is the Muriel.
That's right.
Somehow putting the hands on this is quite difficult. Okay, never mind.
And Mirage, you're gonna like the other kit she got me.
Oh,
she got me Angelo's Rosin Zulu.
Oh, Rosin Zulu, yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, the Rosin Zulu, the one that does the curtsy.
Yeah,
as it glides off the screen.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite moments in a Gundam anime. I was watching that while I was working one night, and I saw him do the curtsy. I was like, "Wait, did that thing just curtsy?" And I went back and watched it. I was like, that guy is weird, but I like the way the suit curtsied.
Hey, who doesn't like a polite Gundam? I mean, come on now.
Like after it blew up something, it did a curtsy and glided off the screen. I was like, that is the weirdest, but the best reaction to, hey, thank you, Jen. I appreciate it.
Kouldbayne. I'm pretty sure you watched Code Geass before, right?
A little bit, yeah.
There's a new anime that just recently got finished.
Really?
Yeah, but I haven't watched it though. Only seen like some parts of it, and I saw like this scene on Twitter. There's this like pink nightmare frame from Code Geass, and then from the new show. And it's quite like feminine and stuff like that. And it was fighting against another mecha, and the funny thing is, he kept fighting, but this pink mecha just keeps dominating this freaking poor girl. and then this mecha, this pink nightmare frame. You know what she did?
What's
it's
that?
only for one short moment, one brief moment. But if you see it, it's briefly, you can see the mecha just like teasing the other by shaking her ass.
Shake it, don't break it.
There's been a short it's been a YouTube short and TikTok that I've seen going around of like, I don't know what anime it's from, but it's like I want to say it might have been Pat Labor.
Oh, Pat Labor, yeah. Yeah,
Pat Labor. I don't know. I've heard it said so many different ways, but they basically rip open the cockpit, right, of the suit.
Oh yeah,
spin the hand around in there and then turn around and pat the person on the head.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, wow.
I'm kind of proud because the pilot of who did that, it's a freaking Indian.
Really?
Kid. Yeah, it's Indian kid. I was like, oh my god, it's my ancestry.
Speaking of Indian, one of my coworkers is Indian, and I had to
Yeah.
go visit. I had to go visit their office
Yeah.
Friday to go fix something.
Yeah.
Because part of my responsibilities now is like I'm not only tied in with IT, but also do the maintenance portion of things too.
Yeah.
So I'm the regional guy for all of that stuff. Well, I went out there and started fixing stuff, and she was like, I said, we were sitting there talking, and she was like, she mentioned something, and I was like, yeah, if you just pay me in food, I'll be glad to, fix it.
Yeah.
She goes, okay, I'll cook you some curry and samosas. How about that? I was like, that's a win.
Oh yeah, you're lucky.
I was like, I love. So one time before me and her got onto the subject of food, and she made her mom is the cook, but her mom made like a big family meal, and she offered to bring me a plate of it. She brought me a plate. It was like this. I want to say it was like butter chicken.
Mhm.
I might be wrong on that, but it was definitely an Indian meal. And
It's like butter.
and I tell you, that was probably some of the best food I'd ever had.
Never had any.
And Indian food, especially when it's homemade, it's really good.
Oh yeah, Dave, you gotta get Indian food at least once in your life, man. It's
That's it.
it's so good. Like, I guess that's I don't know. Narrow.
Good news is I finally made everything fit.
Nice.
What's the bad news?
Well, there was an extra bar that kind of stuck out.
Yeah.
So I actually had to, and believe it or not, I used my nippers to cut across, and it actually worked.
Ooh.
So, I mean, if you look at this right here, see this?
No parts broken yet. Wider spoon.
I had to cut through all
Wider
that
spawn.
going across.
I don't know why I just said wider spoon, but wider spawn.
So, you guys are going to get to watch me hopefully not glue my fingers together.
Fingers crossed, Dave. No pun intended.
Well, no, we don't want the fingers crossed.
Yeah, don't cross the fingers.
Just like the streams, we're not going to cross those.
Oh yeah.
Because just to give you guys scope.
Oh yeah, the food we had at Disney Springs as well. We had I don't know if you've ever heard of this chef, Mirage, but her name's Manit Chauhan.
That's a bit familiar name. Yeah.
She's a chef that runs like several restaurants and has like cookbooks and stuff about like Indian food. She has an Indian fusion place.
Oh.
Down at Disney World in their shopping district known as Disney Springs.
Yeah.
The restaurant's called Eat by Manit Chauhan.
I heard of it.
I did a shrimp korma.
Yeah.
I think it was really good.
Oh my
So-
God. I love korma.
This was the
too.
original scale, the 3 3/4 scale figure size,
Oh.
and this is the 6-inch figure. right here.
Nice.
So that shows
That's
you
one
like,
hell of an upgrade.
how much of a upscale that is.
Let's see, I need B14. Keeping the B1 runner over here because I need all the parts from it right now. Okay. A19.
Now, Aaron, are you using the dark mode now that they
Yeah.
StreamYard? Yeah, it's funny. It doesn't give me that option as a guest.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah. But again, like I said, when they announced they didn't announce they were raising their prices. I just happened to go look at my billing
Yeah.
because I'm that kind of guy. I will take a look
Yeah.
at everything to make sure that make sure I'm
What
not
am I
getting like
getting?
charged.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I getting for my pricing? Because I saw I could get the 1080p, and I was like, I didn't pay for that. Let me make sure I'm not paying for that. And I looked, and it was like, oh yeah, I looked at my email. And it was like from 2 days ago. like literally 2 days ago, you make an announcement to say, by the way, we're changing our rates, and new rate starting out is going to be $44 a month, almost $45 a month.
Which is
You know
ridiculous.
what you can do with that.
Oh yeah, I made it well known that I was not happy with that because they give you the little exit surveys when you cancel a subscription with them.
Yeah, I
And
don't even do a survey.
It was more like a "Why are you leaving?" God, son of a bitch!
Bugs?
No, I dropped my freaking part again. Like it.
You're me,
Yes,
freaking brown
Right,
paper.
The parts are so like smooth that they're just sliding off in my hand. And I mean, I'm building over my table, but I'm like trying to piece it together.
Okay, so if we can get this
Let's put a
somehow.
net down.
Don't tell me this
Hey,
is
Walt,
all-
how's it going?
I think the only flaw with this kit so far, I would say, like the biggest flaw, if you're like a builder who's very into this kind of like very, how do I say this? Pays attention to a lot of the details.
Yeah.
This kit has a lot of freaking seam lines.
That's not even. Why is that coming out like that?
Come on.
It needs to be covered up, so that's fine.
There we go, a little bit.
I don't think it makes a difference which way these go into place. It doesn't feel like it's going incorrectly. There we go. That's in place. All right. Next up, I need to take that arm piece that I just built. It's showing me that
Okay.
that needs to go like.
Make sure you guys are seeing this. I just
that.
put the wet glue on there.
So what about
Now,
I got you, Wider Spawn. I got you.
here's the fun part.
Doing good, Walt? Also,
Okay.
guys, the sound of don't use blurp tonight. Do not use blurp. It will not play through on StreamYard. And again, I'm looking at an alternative to StreamYard, whether it be going through OBS and just like using like Discord or another way to do this.
Okay,
if we have to,
you saw I just threw this together, right?
yeah.
It's not even moving. Is that quick working?
Oof, that's a don't make a mistake kind of quickness.
Oh, yes.
I kind of feel I need that now.
I don't, because I tend to make a lot of mistakes.
I am.
Well, sometimes me too, actually.
Well, let me see if this will fit back on the bow, the bottom of the boat. There we go. Yeah, it should snap on there. Yay. That is nice and tight and solid. Jesus.
All right, I got to make sure I'm doing this right. There we go. And that goes on like. If I did this right. Oh, come on. Why is it not? There. I have nicked up my kit a little bit here. Looks like. Okay, battle damage. All right, so that goes like that. And now we're going to build our first arm. There. That's together. And now I just need to build a hand. I need C1. 8. I hate that this is like a 1/100, like a 1/100 scale, but we don't get posable hands with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a bunch of it's basically just a big HG after all.
it's just a giant HG. I mean, I can't complain for the quality, because it is, like you said, it's a big HG.
Yeah.
I just kind of wish they would have. I kind of wish they had, given you like just a little bit of posability with the hand.
Yeah. I still have that RE100 Raider Gundam over there. I get to build. It's gonna be a long project if I do.
I do like this scale though, and if they ever do release more kits in the 100 in the RE100 family,
yeah,
I will definitely be picking them up.
Yeah. I need to clear my table.
That is if I don't keep dropping pieces tonight. God.
I'm right here.
No idea where that part went either. Oh, it's right there.
I forgot I have wood filler with me.
Like I had
right now.
I had the thing in my hands, right?
Yeah.
Barely even holding on to it.
Did you launch
or
it?
trying to readjust it, and it launched the piece out of my hand. Like they are just so smooth, and my fingers are just not wanting to cooperate with me on it.
That's my good one. I don't want to use that.
All right, and now we can put that on. And I've dropped more pieces tonight than I have in previous builds, and I think it's just that my fingers are like not gripping it. Right, so that arm can go on.
Kouldbayne recently.
Yeah.
I was watching this short clip of a guy, Taiwan, I believe. He was building one of those 5-star Cold Stories kits.
Oh, God bless him.
And then, throughout the whole video, it's just him building it while crying.
I'm glad to see I'm not the only one that suffered with that
I'm
thing.
not sure if tears of joy or just genuine sadness.
Is that the same kit
Yeah.
that we will not name?
The Batch, the Black Knight. Oh, I'll name it. I'll name it.
It's from the same line, but not the same exact mecha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's...
He probably had the
Yeah, more bigger one, I think.
Yeah, I've got I've got a 1/100 of that as well. I've got the Mirage, as a matter of fact.
Because the cannon on that kid that he was
Mirage has
building,
his own kit.
it's freaking huge.
Yeah, the designs I like the designs of those suits, and that's why I picked it up, because I like the design.
Yeah.
And literally, you can't build it. It's so stressful to build.
Oh, I remember. I think I can recall some of the words you used. We're hoping this really works. I'm using wood filler. Kind of fill in the gap.
Yeah. So, Ricardo was asking what you were building again?
I am building the G.I. Joe Devilfish boat from back in the 80s that was upscaled to fit the Classified Series figures now. I'm actually building this for Dre, actually.
Nice.
Oh,
have you talked to him lately?
Oh, yes. I've been messaging him throughout the stream, in fact.
I need to shoot him a message.
I've shown him the progress we're making here, because after this, I just have to print the torpedoes, the rockets, and there's some motors that go on the back of the boat itself.
Yeah.
So I have to print those, but those would be no problem. It was just getting the two halves to work, and it's not 100% seamless, but that gap I have now, where I had, it's being filled in with just regular wood filler. That's all I'm using. Just standard wood filler. Sorry, this stream is not sponsored by Gorilla, but wood filler. That's all I'm using.
Oh yeah, I use actually use that on the house I'm working on.
Yeah, I mean it's great. Like if you have an old house with the doors, the hinges aren't staying in the door frame,
Yeah.
You do that, or you do that with some toothpicks. That's how I was taught, was just toothpicks.
Yeah.
But this should harden up, and then I just have to go buy some Rust-Oleum paint tomorrow. I have plenty of primer paint. I could prime this right now if I really wanted to.
Walt says he's building tonight as well, but digitally.
Hey,
Gundam Breaker 4, man, that game is a lot of fun.
see, this would be smart. This is just my own damn thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, Bandai, you put the money into the game. People are making their own Gundams. Charge a little, maybe a little premium price, little incentive on top of a regular Gundam kit, and maybe allow people to order the kit or order the mobile suit that they built in the game, so they can actually put it together themselves, like in real, like, hey, I like your Gundam's got the blue and gold on it, right? The blue and yellow.
Yeah.
It looks great. Tell me you would not love to actually get that kit and actually
I would love to build the thing. In fact,
I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, like, hey, give them the option, because there's a game called Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
You can customize the starships. You can customize colors and everything, and you have the option to download the STL of it, so you can print the ship.
Oh, that's cool.
Out.
I like that.
This game has been around for, like, I don't know, the past maybe 8, maybe 10 years.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
So I mean, something like that. I mean, come on, with the Gundam Breakers, you come up with the new kits, or you do an update, and they're going to add the latest Gundam series. They're going to add parts from that. People would be buying it over and over and over again. It's revenue that Bandai could generate, and it's an even more awesome, I think, in the back of your head. Like, wait a minute, whatever I can dream up, I can then build. It's limitless.
Yeah.
And and Bandai can justify, hey, a standard MG kit is going to be, like maybe between $40 and $50 US, maybe 60 or 70 depending on the size. Hey, we'll tack on another 20 or 30, and people would jump on it. You can't. I mean, it's still coming out ahead and probably would look way better than the Selfie series Hasbro did. But I just think that would be a no-brainer. You're building kits digitally anyways.
Yeah.
But
I like what Walt said there. He said that's an excellent idea, because he would basically get his teddy bear mobile suit with the bazookas.
Exactly.
His teddy bear, dude, that thing's killer. Like, I laughed, and I was like, wait a minute, he's actually wrecking with that thing. Big Gamer was about to die laughing at like watching that thing just fight.
Fill this up just a little bit.
But that's definitely a great game. Like, I enjoy Gundam Breaker.
I mean, if I wasn't in my current situation, I definitely would cop that and join you guys. But
yeah,
I'll definitely would if the price was decreased a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really pricey game for a Gundam Breaker game, but the amount of suits they have in it now,
$60 or $70. I mean, that's pretty much a standard for games, though.
It is. It's become the standard.
Yeah, like I was on Steam recently, and then I saw like Marvel vs. Capcom was released. I mean, the collection.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I look at the price, $50. I was like, $50 for a bronze.
That's not bad. I'm working on a little project right now, another 3D print file.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is, and Aaron, you'll appreciate this. I have STL files for printing Nintendo cartridge.
Yeah.
The front and back of it.
Yeah.
And I looked up the dimensions of the labels. I'm gonna try and do some custom labels.
Nice.
Like to have like a little display piece for like games.
Yeah.
I just think it would look really cool. And what I'm actually trying to do, and I know none of my actual teammates watch Gundam Hangar, but I'm actually thinking of taking our logo for the Buffalo Ghostbusters and putting it on there to make it look like a Buffalo Ghostbuster video game.
That'd be cool.
If that works out, I can make, I could say, Aaron wants Gunpla Hangar, the video game. We take your logo, we put a little choose some fonts, and we make you up like a game cartridge that says
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of fun stuff we could do, but like there's people who take those files. There's people who are selling. They downscale the Game Boy cartridge,
Yeah.
and they print out a label, and they're selling them for I think between $16 and $20 for a little keychain at cons for something like that. And the amount of filament used to print that,
Yeah.
not even $1. Not even $1 worth of filament to do that.
Interesting.
So people are banking because your standard roll of 3D filament
Yeah.
is going to range between $16 to $20. You'll find more expensive ones, but your average filaments, like your grays, your reds, your blues, you can get them between $16 and $20 depending on the brand. And you can print out a lot. I mean, I went through the 2 gold guns for Roxanne. We went through three different prototype runs where it didn't work out, but I was still able to do a complete set of a pair of 2 guns. So we did about 4 or 5 guns worth on one roll. Okay, and it was only $16 of filament, for one roll. No, that one was $25, but that was a gold sparkle, and I think I used a little bit of a red and black that I had in white to do the Deadpool logo on it, but everything else was solid.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not that expensive. I mean, yeah, if you buy all the different colors, it can add up in the short run.
Yeah.
But how many different things can you make over time? It's a lot of stuff you can do. If you buy like the right colors, you'd be amazed what you can do. I printed this from Doctor Who. Okay. There was an episode where the TARDIS itself, the phone box, was in an emergency situation, and it basically shrunk, and this is like a siege mode where it's protected. But take a look at this. This is solid silver filament.
That's cool.
Doesn't take much. But like, look at the detail on there. It looks metallic. You right?
Yeah.
This is all 3D plastic. I actually posted a picture of this, and someone from one of the groups I'm in on Facebook said, "Hey, how much would you charge?" So I basically gave him I said, "Hey, something like this for my time printing it." I did a larger version for him. I said, "Well, let's do about like $16 plus shipping."
Yeah.
So, but it's solid. I mean, you can actually you can do some damage on somebody's forehead with this, but it's just solid plastic. That's what I love about 3D printing. You can do anything with it nowadays.
114. Yeah, you can do it. I've seen a lot of people that dive into 3D printing, and I mean, it's just
like look at Rex, Millennium Workshop. I mean, God, he makes some really amazing stuff.
I don't get to talk to him a whole lot. Like,
well, yeah, I think he's just busy because he's got a fleet. Of printers now. I don't mean like 2 or 3. I mean, he's got a friggin' fleet. I think he might have 6 or 8 or something like that. I don't know.
I always wanted to get into it. I just don't know if I have the actual time to sit down and do it right now.
Personally, I'm too lazy, so I can ask someone who just lives nearby actually to do it for me.
And we'll see. That's the thing. Like, I set up a file. With my setup, I can choose the different colors.
Yeah.
Like, you paint it in a program, right?
Yeah.
Just like you probably use like Windows Paint before, right?
Yeah, I've used that before. Yeah.
It's basically that. Like,
okay.
I'm using the paint bucket to change color on here. You have to turn it around 3-dimensionally in the program. You then hit slice. So it runs the program. It generates what's called a G code.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the G unit. And basically it goes through to see if there's any errors inside the file itself. If there are no errors, and also it will generate supports as long as you go to the support section, you click that you want to use supports.
And there we go, guys. First half is already
Oh,
put
That-
together.
That's Megatron's like anorexic little cousin.
I know.
they'll pair up nice with the F91.
What's that?
But,
It'll pair up nice with the MG F91.
Yeah. I see. I need to get it now. I need to get the MG F91 to pair it together.
but
And
after
you
you
want to-
slice it and everything, there's no errors, everything looks good. You click print and it goes and it starts printing itself. That's how user friendly the bamboo printer is.
Yeah.
I mean, it does the leveling on your manual printers like Ender. You have to hit all the dials. You have to readjust it so that the plate itself is perfectly leveled. This does that for you. It does. I mean, it does pretty much once you set some basic settings in it. It does all the work by itself. Now, that doesn't mean you get a perfect print every time, but it pretty much damn well pretty close to it though. That's what I love about it. I mean, I had so much trouble with my Ender. I got this and I was printing immediately. It felt like, oh my god, like a weight was lifted.
Yeah. Oh wow, I don't have to do any of the label work till except for like a couple of labels I got to do during the build. There's not that much label work you do during the build. You actually do it like post build.
That one now.
I like that. And they give you a bunch of labels to use. You really don't need to use all of them if you don't want to. A lot of them are just decorative designs, detailing pieces.
I gotta say though, this kit, it's if I paid for the original price, is it from the reseller? It's actually like pretty cheap, like almost standard Bandai kit cheap.
Nice.
It's cheap. And then it comes with what slides?
See, I struggle with water slides, man. I struggle with them.
A very good Gunpla builder. Water
Yeah.
slides.
Now I'm dropping my damn tools.
I want to find who made water slides. I want to go back in time and just beat the mess out of them. Make stickers, make decals. Come on, we don't need water slides.
I need more dry transfers.
Exactly. A good dry transfer would probably be better for me.
Oh, I can sand that part now.
Hey, Blind Mag. How's it going? Hope you're doing well out there tonight.
Hey, have you spoken to CB lately?
Not lately. I know
Yeah,
he's been
message
busy.
him.
Yeah, I got to shoot him a message, see how he's holding up.
Yeah,
I'll worry
check in
about
on
him.
Fan.
Yeah. I always worry about him and Mama CB, especially this time of year with hurricane season being around the corner.
One of the best times hanging out playing a video game I had was him. It was him and one or two buddies of his. We were all playing the Turtles game when it came out.
Yeah.
Shredder's Revenge. And I know they got they're coming up with a Power Rangers version of that. Like
Really?
a side sliding game.
I've seen
It looks like kind of like they took the whole concept of Ninja Turtles, Shredder's
Yeah.
Revenge, and they just they basically put like a Power Ranger skin completely over it. See, I like those games though. I like those kind of side-scrolling games.
Yeah. Okay, that's how that goes. I was sitting there looking at like, how's that supposed to go? Now I got it.
Almost there.
Now I got to cut out the other 22 from the D2 runner.
As soon as I get this completed with all the parts I have to print still, I already have my next big project.
Ah,
There used to be go ahead.
Walt said they're both fine. He talked to him. He just talked to him on a
Oh.
BG stream today.
Awesome.
I miss Big Gamer stream. I miss Big Gamer stream. I always end up missing his streams. Makes me feel bad. Life gets so busy, and I just run out of time to do things.
Life never stops.
Yeah. Speaking of life, I did watch that today while I was doing chores.
The Eddie Murphy Martin Lawrence movie.
The Ryan Reynolds sci-fi thriller.
life.
Yeah, it's imagine, if you will, like it's kind of hard to explain.
Imagine if you were.
Fingers crossed we don't line mag. That storm that's sitting off of our coast right now is kind of weird. It's very weird. But it's very alien-like, Dave. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal,
Rebecca Ferguson, and Ryan Reynolds. Okay.
Yeah.
I just typed in life and it popped up.
It's a really good, like,
astronauts aboard an International Space Station are on the cutting edge of one of the most important discoveries in human history. The first evidence of extraterrestrial life on Mars as members of the
yeah, the alien design and all that's pretty cool, and
it's a Sony movie. Okay.
It is. I watched it today on Netflix.
A 2017 movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been trying to watch it. I was trying to watch it for a while and just never got time to watch it. And finally, it came out on Netflix.
Is it a spooky, scary one?
A little bit of sci-fi horror. There's a little sci-fi horror to it.
So I'll be watching.
Yeah. Definitely gave me Alien vibes for a good little bit. Like, it felt like an Alien movie.
Okay, cool. I mean, that's
claustrophobic. I mean, super claustrophobic.
Who, you or them?
The movie itself had some claustrophobic moments that were just like, ooh, yeah, that's feeling like an Alien movie.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go and paint this real quick.
All right.
What's up, Mirage?
You're saying? Yeah, but to be fair, I kind of feel like I do kind of want coffee again. It's not coffee.
If you need a coffee break, take a coffee break.
Later, I don't want to abuse coffee too much.
Yeah, especially that Kope Luwak.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, again, this is really good, surprisingly.
I know that's like a super expensive one too. At least here, it's super expensive.
I don't know how my relative got it, but yeah. No, I've been also recently watching Kamen Rider Garth, new Kamen Rider is getting.
Nice.
It's surprisingly like really good. I was surprised. I didn't expect that. I mean, I like the previous two shows too, but this one is like probably the best one so far.
It's got a pretty good story to it.
Yeah, this is the first time that Kamen Rider is a freaking alien.
Really?
Yeah, it's the first time that the main protagonist is a freaking alien. And then the thing about him is that the way he gets his powers is like by eating candy, like just ordinary candies. Huh. And then but his armor is quite fragile, so he has to eat more of the candy to basically regenerate.
I gotcha.
It's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah. Sounds like it. I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah, and then his belt, it's not like a traditional belt like Kamen Rider, where it's just like you just put it on and then you henshin. This time the belt is a part of him. It's an actual like mouth.
Huh.
Yeah. It's just
that's kind of thing. That's kind of different.
Yeah.
But different in a good way, I'd say.
Yeah. And then he fights against his own race, basically, because they're using humans as like fuel, something like their own food.
Huh.
Basically, they just have this kind of food thing, like it's kind of like a cube, and then they eat it for like some kind of like dopamine rush.
Huh. Okay. That does sound different. That sounds a lot different.
Yeah. It's quite dark for the show. I mean, there's with a lot of stuff too, but yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, because Kamen Rider is usually like more kid friendly, isn't it? Not so super creepy.
Yeah. I mean, you can get serious, but it's like still kid friendly sometimes. But this one is.
It's not like a goofy kid show, you know. It's still like kind of like how Power Rangers was for us over here, you know.
Yeah. What was we talk about? Oh yeah, but I kind of knew it was gonna be like that because we have a say in the Kamen community.
Yeah.
The more goofy the suit looks, the more darker the story is.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
This is also the first Kamen Rider ever that the main writer is a female.
Really?
Yeah, shows a lot actually.
All right, so I've got the waist unit done. There's no skirting on it yet, but I imagine that comes on after I put the legs together. All right, time to start building some legs. It's going to take a lot of the D runner here.
Sounding this kid like crazy.
Yeah, I hear you over there sanding.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, because this kid's entirely ABSI. So. And then
3, 24, polycap 1 and polycap 3. So let's grab those same parts from the 2 runner. 24, 23, and I need 4 polycaps. There's a ton of polycap 1s on this kit, and I see why. You're using a whole bunch of them in this build.
My kit has no polycaps. It's kind of unique when it comes to assembly compared to the Gunpla kit.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, it's like plastic. So no polycaps.
Yeah.
Gunpla can be like that at times, but especially with Mercury. But this one, yeah, it's quite unique, I would say. Completely plastic. And how I say this? Yeah.
Will do, Blind Mag. Will do. Ooh. First-person horror. I haven't seen a whole lot of that. Like, the Blair Witch Project was the only one I really ever saw, Blind Mag. We'll be careful. I don't think it's going to be bad.
About the weather coming your way?
Yeah. Alien is always a classic. I love my Alien series. I've been a huge Alien fan since, at first I was kind of terrified of the creature, but it took me watching like a Discovery special before Resurrection came out, and it finally clicked with me that like, oh, it's not that scary.
I must be the only one who's not scared of the alien straight away.
I like the design. I really do like the design too. As a kid, I was terrified, but as I got older,
to say that I saw Aliens at the drive-in as a kid.
Nice.
I also got to see movies like Commando and Predator.
Yeah.
And like
Commando's cool.
Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I mean, I got to see a lot of that stuff on the big screen.
Yeah.
American Ninja. Some movies are great, and then there's some there like, well, they're cheesy movies, but still.
American Ninja.
Michael Dudikoff.
Okay.
He's like he's an army. He's like an army mechanic. They just call him Joe Astor, or something like that. Then
I gotcha. Yeah.
There's also those ninja movies by, I think his name is Ken Kusugi, right? And then his son later appeared in like Super Sentai.
Let's see here. Try to get this part without dropping it, because I know if I drop it, it's going to bounce on my table and roll completely off onto the floor.
Well, hopefully, if things work out, because with the new job, after 90 days, they allow us a reimbursement for like $150 for a desk and $100 for a chair.
Yeah.
I'm planning on getting, that is, if things work out, a standing desk that will go adjacent.
Nice.
I'm gonna move my monitors and stuff to that, which would free up this main desk for projects. so I could actually use this as an actual work table or workbench. Hopefully it'd be better for unboxes, but also like for Gundam kits and 3D printing and everything else.
Yeah, agreed, Ricardo. I love Giger's work.
Oh, Geiger, yeah.
Yeah, H.R. Giger, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just the imagination he had, and to think that one, that one movie, they elaborated and expanded so much onto it.
Yeah. So, did you ever hear the story of how he got chosen for
No.
the design for the Xenomorph? So they were sitting. It was like months before the movie was to be worked on, right? And apparently Scott, Dan O'Bannon, and Ronald Shusett, Ridley Scott, Dan O'Bannon, and Ronald Shusett got together to go to an art gala. They were going out to some like art show and all that, and Giger was one of the major contributors there. And the story goes is that they start looking at his Necronomicon stuff. Jen says the Tim Burton creations, that's the most horror she'll ever watch. But they got up to Giger's displays, and they were just falling in love with the designs. They saw this like intricate looking artwork of biomechanical just nightmare fuel. And Giger walks up to them and goes, "If you really want to experience it, here," and hands them all acid.
Oh, man.
And so they were sold, and he showed them some other works that he had, and eventually that's how the Xenomorph came to be.
He's like, hey, if you really love my work, you'll love it. Here, take this stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, there was some early pre-designed artwork for the alien, and it looked weird. It didn't look anything like what we were going to get. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad they took the risk with Giger, because the man was an artistic genius in the the combinations of the human body and like.
Oh, you'll appreciate this. My buddy just printed Baby on Board.
Yeah.
with the Xenomorph.
Ah, I got you. Oh, Baby on Board with the Xenomorph. Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean,
I like that.
I mean, if you really think of like nightmare fuel, I mean, just his designs alone.
Yeah. Giger had some wild designs for sure.
I mean, could you imagine H.R. Geiger along with H.P. Lovecraft? The two of them,
would have been
if they could have worked on a project together.
If they could have worked on a project together, it would have been a good horror movie. But see, getting back to what Jen said about Tim Burton, I love Tim Burton's works as well. Like just the kind of quasi-gothic, dark humor kind of deal that he has going on in most of his works.
But I wouldn't say he dealt with horror,
Yeah.
I mean, I think his scariest or his most darkest. I mean, a lot of people. I know people who are like, "Well, I can't even handle Nightmare Before Christmas." I
love Nightmare Before Christmas.
I can watch that year round. But to me, I always thought Edward Scissorhands was one of his darkest, because it was kind of like his homage to Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And that was, of course, Vincent Price's last work. But it shows that, the monsters aren't, the things that people create. It's the people themselves.
Yeah.
Because what was it? What's his name? I'm blanking on his name right now. From the Brat Pack, blonde-haired guy. I'm blanking on his name. Jesus, they did an adaptation of the Dead Zone TV show, and he started in it. Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall was in there. I mean, he was like he was really more of a monster than Edward was.
Yeah.
And Johnny Depp played that just perfectly. Winona Ryder. I mean, just so many great 80s talents in that. Or, I mean, Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. She was kind of like, kind of scared of a few people.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see him as being like, I don't view him as a scary director. He's got some dark gothic tones, but
Yeah. Gothic would be the better way to describe it.
Like, I would have loved to have seen his take on the Addams Family.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we kind of getting that with Wednesday, but
didn't he do the Addams Family, the first Addams Family movie, or was that someone else?
No, that was someone else.
Okay.
For
sure,
like,
Burton.
I don't think it was him. Let me double check.
I could have swore that. I don't know. A lot of times there's, I mean, back in the 90s, we had a lot of copycat stuff too. So there were a lot of directors that were.
Well, like, I know with the Netflix show of Addams Family, with Wednesday, and the way a lot of people are like, well, why are they going this way with Morticia and Gomez? Well, if you look at the old cartoon and the old comics, that's
exactly how they looked. Yeah, I mean, they're sticking close to like the cartoon material and all that.
So I mean, they friggin' nailed it with that. So I thought that was great. Addams Family, and to me, that's even though it wasn't 100% accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just insanely casted perfectly. I mean, Fester.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd's never been a heavy person, but they killed it making him look that way.
Yeah. Like when I heard his voice, I was like, wait a minute.
And of course, it was actually directed by Barry Sonnenfeld.
Okay. I was.
And irony, story by Charles Addams. I wonder if that is lineage to born 1912 and lived to 1988. Charles Samuel Addams was a American cartoonist known for his darkly and humorous macabre characters. The Addams Family.
He designed the Addams Family.
Yeah.
All right, I need B8. And Brian, I saw that you were planning to build the Moon Gundam, but saw the amount of parts and was like, "Pass." It's not a bad build for the parts.
If it takes 3 years, Yeah, he created all the Addams Family, so yeah. I mean, that one is just great, and so is the second one.
Mirage, how's your build coming along?
Yeah, it's pretty good so far, I would say.
I will be right back.
All right.
Right, I just gotta say, if you're gonna mod this kit, if you're gonna customize this kit, you're gonna do a lot of modding.
I feel like I'm almost done with this kit, but at the same time, like if I am, I'm just gonna work on one of my 30-minute sisters.
Yeah.
Right, that needs to go there.
I should have 30 minutes. I actually have an environment that I'm still building.
Yeah, that's the one I've got as well that I was working on.
Yeah,
like I've got her almost done. I just got to do some touch-up parts. And I might work on that, or maybe maybe one of the body parts or something like that I have. The body options. Let me clean up that undergating because that was where I messed up just a second ago, and then I dropped the part again. I have dropped the parts more on these than I have in the past few builds, but like I said, this one's got like a, I don't know whether it's a coating on it or what, but it's super slick. Once I get this on, that should kind of hold all that in place. There we go. That foot design is kind of crazy. I like that. I need to take sticker 18 off of my runner here. Yeah, I like Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland movie. That was actually really good too. Guess I need to fold that there. We're going to peel off another 18 sticker. I don't like the stickers on this. And I'll say that because the sticker sheet is very hard to get the stickers off of.
Yeah.
Like, they're very thin stickers compared to, like, what I'm used to using, you know?
Yeah.
But aside from that, I mean, the kit's a solid build. Like, I love the way it builds, you know?
Yeah. So far, this kit's also quite solid for me. I mean, in literal sense as well.
Yeah.
It's plastic.
All right. So next up, I need to take this piece. I'm going to turn it this way. I need F112, F111, and F110. So slide all of these this way. And again, this kit's got a ton of undergating with it. So you have to be... I always try to cut as close to the part as possible and then clean the undergating off.
Yeah.
I've seen people cut the runner itself and then try to clean it up. But to me, that's just... It's just as difficult.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it makes it a little more difficult, in all honesty. Because then you got to clean up all those extra little bits once you get done. And I'm all about not making my work twice as hard to clean up.
Yeah.
You know, if I cut off a small piece of runner, that's fine. Or sprue or whatever, you know. I think I had someone even kind of get on to me about calling it a runner. I was like, that's just all I've ever known it as.
Yeah, I was quite a runner anyway, so.
Yeah. Like, I see several different people in the communities always trying to, like, correct people and things. I'm like, dude, chill. It's just a hobby.
I mean, this one thing. I mean, it's kind of a naughty joke, I would say, but I didn't. I feel like I wanted to correct him, but I feel like at the same time, it's a bit funny at the same time. So I probably won't, because I was watching this guy. He was building Gunpla. I think I told this before, but might as well just repeat it.
Yeah.
And then he's The funny thing is, he was building Gunpla. He's talking about a kid that he just built. It's a review. I forgot
Yeah.
which kid, but that's not the funny part. But and then he used cement in the for the kid, this.
Yeah.
But he didn't say cement. He said
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. No, and surprisingly, I tell you this, nobody in the comments corrected him. Nobody. And then it's like, oh, everyone doesn't want to. Okay, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do it either.
Thank y'all so much for 16 likes tonight. I appreciate the love and support, guys.
And I highly recommend everybody check out Kouldbayne's merch store. He's got a ton of designs.
Thank you, Dave.
And I'm kind of focusing on Screep right now.
Oh, that Screep Lightning Horn shirt?
Yeah.
Or a cup or pillow or whatever you want.
T-shirt.
Yeah, that's Screep.
They do go up to 5XL, and actually TeePublic has a sale right now.
That's one thing I love about TeePublic is, like, legit, they take care of their bigger audience, you know?
I mean,
trust me, I'm a big guy, and having something within my range, like I wear a 3X just to have comfortability. I can wear a 2X. It's a tight 2X.
I do wish they would do like tall sizes, because there's a difference between, like, say, a 4X tall and a 5X by itself.
Yeah,
they tend to be a bit wider. The necks are a little bit bigger, so they can stretch out in different kinds of ways. But I was looking at Team Meat Shield. Kind of neat.
Team Meat Shield. I like that team. That was one of my favorite running gags with Berserker and them when we'd play COD.
But I do need the hockey stick shirt though.
Oh yeah, you're going to hockey sticks. Speaking of hockey sticks, I wonder how Nathan's doing. I see him posting every now and then, but I don't ever get a chance to go watch his stuff.
Nathan Bowden?
Yeah.
I really haven't seen him. I mean, I've seen like pop up like once in a while, once in Blue Moon.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly his schedule.
Yeah, I know he's working a lot. I miss old Nathan.
In his space pants.
Yeah. And exactly, Jen. Call it whatever you want, and as long as it's not blatantly wrong, you know. Like Mirage and his defense of third parties.
I just stand by that.
That dude was unhinged about it too. I was like, really, dude? It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
We're just here to have a good time.
I wouldn't actually post it on Facebook and Twitter, but it was just so ridiculous. I just had to do it.
Yeah. Like,
and then everybody did not agree with him at all. That's the thing.
Like when he started, that's why I shared it with you guys. I was like, please tell me this isn't like. Please tell me if I'm wrong. You know, like. I legit was like, I'm getting corrected about the way I called something a third-party kit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I remember it looking just like the Denial gun, or not Denial, the Forbidden, yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew me and you had talked about it being like a copy of the Forbidden.
Yeah. My man's so blind he can't even see the difference.
I mean, come on. We're all here to eat nachos and build Gundams. We're all out of nachos. What?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't make me have to track this guy down and go all Roddy Piper on him.
He ain't worth tracking.
But his first name is Kyle.
We have no idea. But all I can say is this, Dave. He was giving off total Kevin vibes. Like, it was just... It was nuts. Like, he went so far. every time Mirage would come up with like a valid point, and I was like, "That's a valid point. I see what he's saying."
Yeah.
And even Mirage was like, "Yeah, the use of third party is kind of overblown."
Yeah, that's true.
And even I'll agree that when I used it because I had gone to several sites that had mentioned the term third party, and I ran with it because they were using third party. Like New Type uses third party for anything non-Bandai.
Aaron, you can't use the term third party, especially when we're playing Fortnite anymore.
Yeah,
I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, he was like, it's so offensive to those companies that work so hard. And I was like, dude, it's not. It literally isn't. They don't care.
I mean, some of them will market themselves as such. So,
as a third-party kit.
Now,
he was like, it was just, dude was unhinged. Like, the more he talked, the more I was like, God, he just has diarrhea of the mouth. Or diarrhea of the keyboard, one of the two.
Diarrhea of the keyboard.
Oh, he was total keyboard warrior too. Like Mirage would throw a valid fact
out trying to get his badge.
Yeah. Mirage was sitting there like legit just having a conversation with the guy, and he would get so hostile with Mirage.
Yeah, I think all chill about it, man.
Yeah. And Mirage wouldn't, and I like the fact Mirage kept standing his ground. He was like, look, dude. The term that he used for these kits was correct. He used the correct term.
Yeah.
And you pointed out every similarity, and he's like, well, yeah, the similarities, but that's not the same. I was like, Jesus, dude. Go explore a little bit. Find people that you can, like
find a girlfriend, a boyfriend, something. Just
dude,
it doesn't out your mom's basement, bro.
It doesn't have to. If it upsets you that bad, dude, you are taking this hobby way too far. I don't know. I'm just that whole interaction had me going, wow, okay. But I'll say this, I've out of the negative interactions I've had on that, I've had more positive. I've had people actually asking questions about, like, when I put the bootleg video up, about how to spot a bootleg Gundam. I've had more people saying, what are some other telltale signs? Like, I bought a kit from this website. Should I be concerned? And I was like, I'm just saying these are how you spot them. Don't concern yourself with the fact that it could be a bootleg kit. It's still a really good kit sometimes. Yeah. Go ahead, Mirage.
The funny thing about Gunpla community is that you look at the foreign Gunpla groups that we're in usually.
Yeah.
And then they always post pictures in the backlog, and then people sometimes get tired of it. It's like, build the kids, please, something like that. But then if you go to Japanese groups, all day, every day, all they post is mostly their backlogs.
Yeah.
Like that. There's one guy on Facebook, Japanese guy. He's apparently moving to NG kits instead of like HGs. So he's giving his HG kits away. And then he got a lot of good stuff, but I don't live in Japan, so
yeah.
That's it. We got to build a teleporter. That way we can teleport all the way to Japan for all the stuff. We're gonna stop by Brunei, pick up Mirage. Three of us. We're just gonna hit all the Gundam places.
Exactly.
Authentically, I could just ask him to send to my relative's house in Japan, but I don't want. They're all people. Okay? I don't want them to deal with it.
How do I build macaroni art? Step 1, do not cook macaroni. Cook the glue right. Wait a minute.
Jen, did you try cooking it once? Be honest.
I think they're quoting a video.
I gotta say, I mean, it's kind of expected, but the Japanese Gunpla community, to me, they were very nice to me.
Yeah.
They're very very positive people compared to the foreign.
Yeah,
It's
and
like they
that's the
don't
thing
talk.
is, you're
They don't
right,
start.
Mirage, because
Yeah, they don't start a war about Barbados all the day. I mean Barbados, whatever.
I find like the Japanese Gunpla builders to be a lot more like you said, they're not hostile about it,
Yeah, they're very
Gotcha,
chill.
Jen.
They will help. They will help each other.
But I am looking at doing my top, maybe not 10 this year because I haven't built 10. I probably won't have built 10 kits by January, just because of everything else that's been going on with the channel.
Mhm.
Like celebrating me, like me dressing up as a Teletubby to celebrate 1,500 subs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I still can't believe someone actually got on here and commented not too long ago, because I said I've made the agreement that if we get to 2,000 by October, and I know this person is usually just making comments just because they like trolling a little bit. They think they're funny.
Yeah.
Is this someone we dealt with in the past?
Yeah. Well, it's, I'm not gonna name names, but
No, you don't have to name names, but you can say yes or no.
she had her YouTube open. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's just say that we, I know sometimes that they do these things just because they think they're funny.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to always remind them, hey, it's, a good sense of humor is fine to have, but don't be, a negative Nancy about things.
Nope.
But they were like, yeah, it won't happen. You saw how long it took you to get X amount of subs. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, It's fine. I'm over here just having fun. I'm having fun with my community that I've enjoyed,
Yeah.
People like that, they either need. Hold on, what happened here? Oh, my computer just goofed up for a second. People like that just need to find, they have empty lives, so they have nothing better to do, but to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this one's a kid, and he does these things, and you're right. Most of his interactions are due to the fact that he's looking for attention. You thought they were Skittles, cylinder Skittles? Yes. Black Maggie Messiah, I love you guys. You always make me laugh. We gotta get together and come hang out with y'all sometime.
Guys, there's a problem.
What's the problem?
It's not. It has nothing to do with the kit really, but the glass file using.
Yeah.
It's actually broken, but I'm using it because I'm a cheap bastard. I haven't bought a new one yet, and then I paid the consequences.
Oh no!
So because it's damaged, that means I got cut.
Yeah, you cut yourself. I was about to say.
Yeah, but it's it's a bit bleeding. This is a little bit. It's minor. So
trying to bind his soul to this Gundam kit.
Yeah, it's okay. I guess as a Chinese kid, so well, it's okay. It's a minor cut.
Oh, that polycap's causing an issue.
But I mean, for someone to make those kind of comments on
Yeah.
the channel, I mean, that's just
Yeah.
They either need God or they need Joe Hendry in their life.
Yeah. Oh, you said his name. Is it like Beetlejuice where you got to say it 3 times?
We have a Joe Hendry in the chat. Wow.
You said his name and he appeared.
Hey. There you go.
I love the fact that like
I didn't know he was from Ireland.
Scotland.
Scotland?
Yeah.
Still Celtic boy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I found that out from like looking at his bio. He's from like Edinburgh.
you can hardly hear it though in
Okay.
his voice.
God. Okay, so this is driving me nuts. I've got a polycap here that I'm gonna have to shave down probably a little bit,
Ugh. That's no
or just
bueno.
figure out the way to like line it up in there because it's not. It's one of those. It's a really not. It's not meant to be that tight to fit together.
Gotcha.
But it's just, you see, it's causing a gap issue. But yeah, I decided after I saw the I Believe in Joe Hendry theme song,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, let me look up more about this guy.
Well,
And I saw he was Scottish, and I was like,
you can see his little intro video.
yeah,
That has to be like the hills of Scotland or Ireland
it is.
or something. I mean,
Yeah.
it's iconic.
I also like the fact that the bird's sitting there trying to fly around in it.
But
Yeah.
I cracked up when I saw the Hardys one. He teamed up with both Jeff and Matt Hardy,
Nice.
and they did a whole intro with them along with them. I'm like, oh, that's just
There we go.
that's hilarious.
I just had to reposition the leg, and after that, after I got it repositioned, everything seems to be staying together and not causing a gap.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
So-
Not necessary. There isn't really a Jekyll and Hyde Gundam.
I'm sure it could be made though.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm sure in Gundam Builder I could probably make one. Which I'm thinking maybe this week, guys. If not this week, maybe next week. I might do a build your Gundam designs idea. Like have y'all shoot me some ideas and build them during the stream. How does that sound? Does that sound kind of like fun?
Yeah.
You can do like you can do polls during the live stream, like let people vote on should it be this type or that type, or
Yeah.
that could be fun. I mean, it's more interaction on the stream that has to count towards the algorithm.
Yeah.
And because of talking about StreamYard earlier, I think I'm gonna do something I haven't done probably for about 2 years. I'm gonna take a look at what other options are there out there.
Dave, let me know because I'm genuinely looking for something different now. After that debacle that I got today,
I know there's EV Mux. There's a few other ones.
I was looking at that one. I know that it's a little more.
I've used it. I've
Yeah.
used it before. And it's probably been about a good year or so because I think it was either that one or there was another one I was going to use. But what was happening was this is when me and Dre started Outer Dimension.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, when he would click on it, he would be intermittently dropping out. We couldn't figure out what it was. So and he still has that issue. Either it's something where he's located or with his internet provider, but that's kind of stuff shouldn't be happening, but it still happens. So, I mean, like, that's like a weird one-off situation. So, I mean, yeah,
I was also looking at
little invasive, but like if you save a lot of your information, you can kind of copy and paste to create your scenes.
And I was also looking at Restream as an option as well.
Yeah,
just
another one I've used before. I used that, I think, the second year I did Stream for the Cure.
Yeah.
So, but again, I mean, as far as I know, like it's gonna be a lot cheaper than doing $40. I think it's like maybe 25 or it's around there. But like, I think it's Restream that allows you to like, you can generate a QR code. You can type in a website and it has a QR code, so people can just scan that. Like, let's say you had the URL of your merch shop. The QR code's up in your corner on your screen. People can just scan that with their phones.
Okay.
So I mean, there's little things you could do like that. A lot of those are very polished. They have their own dark modes. They've had that stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Some of the some of the pay levels allow for transitions and other stuff. I'm gonna start doing some. I'll probably start doing some planning this week, maybe next weekend or weekend. This weekend, probably Sunday. I'll look into doing recording a video or two.
Yeah. Because
But
like
I'm almost tempted to do a live stream instead.
yeah.
So, because I've noticed I get more views when I do a live stream
Yeah.
times, and at least this way, if someone has a question, we can just play around with it right there on stream.
Yeah.
Do it or not.
Because I was looking at EV Mux because I mean I know the watermark's there for free.
Yeah, EV Mux, that is the way that platform is really designed. Isn't necessarily for us. It's more designed for people who do streams on the regular. When I say regular, I'm talking like churches. Like there's a few people. There's Kirk. I can't think of his last name. He does basically. He's like a spokesperson for EV Mux.
Yeah.
And I've even commented on some of his streams. Some of his streams are informative, and others I've commented on, like, it really seems like this platform is more geared towards church
Like
streams or
church groups,
like groups, large groups. And he says, well, yes, that's what it's originally designed for. Content creators can use it for other purposes, but it is essentially designed for that kind of a format.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's one thing, but like Restream, I've used that before. I'll do a dive on those to see, because I know there's people who do streams or do videos on OBS settings every year.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2 or 3 times a year.
And see, that was another thing I was thinking about doing, is leaving OBS as it is, and keeping it, utilizing it. But the only thing I've got to figure out is like whether I just set up like a Discord chat for Gunpla Hangar and we do everything through Discord. There's so many different options there.
Have we ever tried video through Discord?
I have not, but I don't see where it would be. The only thing is, like, if I do video through Discord, y'all would not be able to see me because unless I just
here's my idea. Here's my idea. You use your video.
Yeah.
Like the video come from your camera as a separate source. You could put that in the window, but then have a screen capture of the video call through Discord.
True.
So you could have all that video right there.
Yeah.
So that, everyone is visually represented. So that could be one potential way of doing that. You just have to make sure that you're capturing the desktop audio, which I presume you already are because of gameplay.
Yeah.
And then you have that, you have your own audio coming through, and obviously if you're already communicating to everyone else, you can even mute your audio so that there's not an echo being captured.
Yeah.
So I want to say it's doable. I
just got to make sure that it's doable with my PC. That's the major problem, because this is an older beast.
I mean, essentially, I'm thinking Discord is doing bulk of the work for you.
Yeah.
Not like StreamYard is.
Yeah.
Because what I'm thinking is the concept of, like, there are some people who use Skype or Teams.
Yeah.
And they'll capture video and audio that way. There is someone who's done... There is another format or another, like, a free service you can do, but it takes several minutes to set up each person and you add to the stream.
Yeah.
But that's a hassle. You're, like, spending probably 2 to 3 minutes out of your stream to bring a person in. Nobody wants that. That's a headache. Because what is it? There's OBS Ninja. That's one way to bring a person in.
Yeah.
And it's an additional site. You're capturing the video and audio, but then you have to align it on your screen. You don't want to have to do that. I mean, that's why people use StreamYard. It's just
agreed.
I click the link and I'm in there.
And so I think ultimately I may go with I may look at Restream as my option, to be honest. Just because, but I mean, I want to look at everything individually. Because if I'm going to do it, I'm probably going to bite the bullet with a like a payment plan, or not payment plan, but like a monthly payment. Because I mean, I was already doing the monthly payment with.
I mean, I get that there's savings if you do annual, but the annual can be a pain in the rear. Let's be honest.
The
To
annual
drop
savings,
that money at once.
Yeah, the annual savings sound nice, but I mean, like you said, it's dropping it all at once, and I mean that's kind of hard for me to do.
Yeah.
On a paycheck, especially if I've got like bills to pay.
Yeah.
Like now, I've got to try to pay down my credit card a little bit so that I can get the money for the transmission.
Yeah. I mean that's your priority right now.
Yeah, that transmission's a priority. With that being said, I'm wanting to work. Yeah, I'm wanting to figure out the
Restream is $16 a month.
See, that's not terrible.
Let's see what they
is that for. Is that monthly or is that the?
That's monthly.
Or is that the annual?
16, let me see here. Click on monthly. No, it's 19.
Yeah, I was about to say 19 is 19 is about what I was paying for
StreamYard before.
Yeah.
No watermark. You can multi-stream to 3 different locations.
Yeah.
So you could always do Facebook if you wanted to, Twitch or X, and of course here.
Yeah.
So unlimited recording, so you can record as much as you want. Personal logo and graphics, so all that stuff is unlocked.
Yeah.
And upload. Let's see here. Turn video into live streams. Okay. So yeah, they allow it so it automatically records, and then you can upload it separately if you really wanted to. So there's that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not bad plan. I wish they had something in between the standard and professional though, because you go from $19.99 or $19 a month to $49 a month.
Yeah.
That one, the only incentive for that is you get the 1080, the full HD for $50 a month, which
you don't get the 1080 with Restream.
With the standard, no.
With the standard, okay.
No. See, that's the thing that annoys me beyond, and that's why I tend to want to stay with OBS, because then my you
at least then I'm automatically putting out the
get a little bit better reception or a little bit better video quality.
And I mean that may be why I ultimately look at maybe just going through OBS and then finding a way to bring cameras in.
Chats. Yeah. Because I mean, if it's like our Dungeons and Dragons streams, that's no problem, as long as we have everyone kind of okay, I'm clicking this link, and we set up like a half hour before to get people in. I mean, that's one thing. I'm taking a look at EV Mux real quick, because that's where I was doing my Quantum Leap cast.
Yeah.
That was back in 22. Jesus. That was 2 years already. Jeez. Take a look at upgrades.
Oh, there's the first leg.
For the free version, limited pro screen builder, apps and widgets, 3 gigabytes of storage, up to 12 on-screen participants. That's the free plan. And that's what's with EV Mux. So that's attractive right there. There's a backstage mode. There was also a push to talk option. So if people just wanted to press the spacebar on their keyboard, they could do that. I mean, that's kind of cool. Full HD at 1080. And that's for the free version. Multi-stream, 2 destinations, lower thirds, banners, tickers, integrated chats, highlight comments, virtual background, screen sharing, streaming. There are streaming limits, and you have the powered by EV Mux watermark.
Yeah, I saw the streaming limit was like 2 hours per stream.
Yeah.
So I would have to look at maybe like a payment, like the paid version.
Well, all that is the free version right there,
yeah.
which is tremendous to get the 1080 at the free version.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what really pulls people over. And you could have, heaven forbid, you have more than 12 people on, but you have 12 participants. The $25, there is a $25 a month. Let me see. If I click on a monthly, okay, looks like, is that annually or monthly? No, that's monthly. Okay. $25 a month. Everything in the free version, obviously. There's no powered by EV Mux logo.
Yeah, which that's $5 more than StreamYard. So
Yeah. Well, right now, right?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Uh,
That burns me up, man. I'm still like just
it chaps my ass.
yeah. It, like how do you get away with saying, oh yeah, by the way, or not even saying,
It's
just
it's
leaving
because
everybody
they
in
can
lurch.
tout themselves as, oh, we're what everybody uses. Yeah, you're what everyone uses because you're what everyone has heard of and seen. There's other choices in the world, but if those other choices aren't being advertised or people aren't caring about them, I
Yeah,
mean, if you only know of one place to get your water from, that's the only place you're ever going to go. Okay,
yeah,
you start giving people options. Oh, the whole world is unlimited. Um, okay, they have full pro screen builder.
God,
You have
son
the
of a
ability for
bitch.
you drop something.
I've been dropping all freaking night. It's driving me nuts too, because like I know that I'm holding it, and it's just my
Mm-hmm.
hands like, oh, by the way, we're rolling this way. Yeah, we're not.
So you get logos. You can have logos. You can have backgrounds. You can even create your own overlays. So you can
Okay.
upload your own overlays on that. You can have a slideshow, pre-recorded streams for up to 2 hours. So you can upload let's say you recorded like a 2 hour video.
Yeah.
You want to schedule it to go live. You can do that through here. So if you have something that's already recorded in EVMux or you upload it, you want it to go out at a certain time of day, you can set that up there.
Okay.
Unlimited streams. You can multi-stream to 4 different locations. You can also custom RTMP. So let's say you wanted to stream it to a website, let's just say.
Yeah.
You could. You can record your own content on here. So it's like it's its own OBS, so to speak.
Yeah.
20 gigabytes of storage, 2 seats. Now, what 2 seats mean, this would be perfect for you. Okay? 2 seats mean is you have 2 people who can actually log into the controls and control everything. So let's say you're busy building. Jen can go in and she can switch camera views. She can highlight
I like that.
messages. So you get two producer seats. That's what the 2 seats mean.
Yeah.
Okay. And transcription. So your entire stream can be transcribed.
Nice.
So that's the $25 option. I mean, like all with everything you get in there, I mean, I can't imagine you need anything beyond that because there is a pro version for $50 a month, but who wants to spend $50 unless we're heavily monetized, 5 different sponsors paying us? I mean, come on. I mean, that's the only way I could see going to some of their higher plans.
We got Duff in the house. Of course, you know, every time Duff comes in, he drops the dab party. Let's go.
The Duffinator.
Thank you, Duff. How are you tonight, my friend? Hope you are doing well. I realized we hadn't had our daily dose of Duff, you know.
Duff raid?
We hadn't had a Duff raid yet.
The only kind of raid Aaron wants to use is Duff raid.
That's right.
Does that stuff work on the palmetto bugs that you guys?
Yeah, it does. It does. So the palmetto bug is just the American cockroach, and no matter how much you seal off your house, they're going to come in. They come in through like the cracks in windows, doors, air conditioner units. It's just a way of life down here. It's just a part of life down here. And like people are like, ew, you got roaches? No, it's not that I have roaches. It's that I have.
I mean, roaches will be anywhere, not just houses.
They're going. Yeah.
I mean, that's what some people think. They just have that in mind. Oh, the roaches are only in like disgusting areas or unclean homes. No, that's not. They are everywhere. And sometimes they can sing.
Nice stuff. How's the new place coming along? Yeah. How's the new place coming along, Duff?
And I hope you got some help you moving stuff back and forth, because I know you wouldn't be, nobody wants to move on their own. I mean,
Agreed.
hope you got some help.
One of the things I've told Jen, and I want to do this once we get the other house finished, is I want to look at getting furniture that we can move into it versus moving the furniture we have in here.
Yeah, that's kind of like when me and my wife moved to Grand Island. She was living in Tonawanda, I was living in Buffalo. When we moved, we planned to get new furniture.
Yeah.
When we moved. So, I mean, that's always something you want to kind of start off in a new place with, and just new stuff.
Because I mean, to be honest, the furniture that's in the house now is
it's seen its life.
Like I went to sit on the couch today and I heard something pop and I was like, ugh, please don't let me fall through. One of the springs had broken. I could feel it whenever I sat down again. I felt the unevenness.
Ooh. As long as you didn't feel the spring go up somewhere, you're good.
Oh no.
Let me go ahead and check on the deck of the boat.
I love that sound when a piece fits perfectly. You heard that right too, Mirage?
Yep, I did.
That nice little click. Oh, it's such a beautiful sound. I know, I know, guys. I'm a big nerd for that, but leave me alone. That sound is it's perfect. When you get that nice little pop of that plastic. It's like your Gundam kid is saying to you, I love you. I don't like these stickers on this. Let's see if I can like. That blue sticker, I'm going to have to cut probably part of that. Like, I don't know why they would give you that sticker to go onto the edge of the foot there. Unless there was a part that I need to put there. Was there? We've almost got the suit done, by the way. Oh, there's nothing special that goes on the bottom of the toe there. We've almost got the major part of the suit done. All I have left is the backpack, which is going to be a lot of fun. New place is great. That's awesome. Furnished, not finished. Gotcha. Mirage here. Let's hear Ice Ice Baby. Is what that's what Duff's asking for.
I would, but my throat is not the best condition right now, so yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, I've heard you sniffling tonight, so.
Yeah. This because my throat somehow has a problem when there's somehow air inside of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to describe it.
All right, I got to get this leg together. There we go.
There we go.
All right, now to get this part in place. And then after that, I should have both legs done and ready to go.
Not completely primed, but it's mostly.
I can see that's going to go out like that. This goes there.
And zoom that in.
And now I need that B1 runner yet again. And the B2 runner. And I'm almost done with the B runners here. In fact, I already see what's on the B runners here that I can cut out and put away. A couple little beam sabers.
There we go. I still gotta prime some of the back of it, but
Dave, that
by
looks
Rust-Oleum.
That looks really good so far, Dave. I like that.
I mean, they're still the same here, but it's as best as we're gonna get it. But I mean,
it still looks good though, Dave. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, this filling in some of that gap right there, it makes it more look like they're just panels.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of helps it. But I'm gonna try and buy some metallic, like a dark blue kind of a paint.
As soon as you said metallic,
that's gonna be like a auto store.
Yeah. As soon as you said metallic, and then you went, I was like, you're buying Metallica?
Well, they've sold out years ago. What?
Fortune, fame. But the Rust-Oleum remains.
Rust-Oleum remains. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. No, that's what I use because a lot of the paints that Rust-Oleum makes.
Yeah.
There's the 2 times, which is a primer and a paint at the same time. And a lot of those, you have to actually check them, but some of them will actually say, in fact, I have some here. Here. Because it'll say right there, bonds to plastic, wood, metal, and more. So this would be like stuff like if you wanted to custom paint your Gundam parts.
Yeah.
Do something like this. This is flat black. This is usually what I use when I'm doing my ghost traps and my packs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, one day I'll build my Ghostbusters kit.
Well, that's going to be the next project after I finish the. There's a G.I. Joe kind of an oil rig playset.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine wants me to build. So we're gonna 3D print that, but after that is the that's when I start printing the parts for the Proton Pack.
Nice.
So I mean, if you need parts printed,
I can always hit you up. I got you.
A buddy of mine also just got his hands on. I don't know if you've ever heard of vacuum seals.
Yeah.
Where you can like.
Yeah, vacuum sealing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's got Proton Pack molds now.
Nice.
So I mean. There's some pluses and minuses to it. It's
There's
very light, but heaven forbid you fall on it, you can cause some serious damage to them. What is it? Is it Props? One of them, one of the YouTube channels that does prop making, they did a whole. That's how they made theirs.
Yeah,
because you have to have blocks of wood in certain sizes in order to help shape the vacuum seal with it. I think they use like a shop vac with it actually. So it's very doable in a person's home.
Now all we got left is the backpack, and I should finish that by the time this by the time the stream's done. 27, 29.
You know what, Aaron? I don't think you want a Proton Pack.
You don't think I do?
Well, there's a couple cosplayers that they did the alien treatment to it, where they. Remember in Aliens they had the 2 what's his name? I'm trying to think of the one guy, the blondish red guy. Drake. Him and the
Vasquez.
Latina. Vasquez, yeah. Remember the guns they had?
Yeah, the smart guns, the M279 smart guns.
The steady cam mounts.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a couple that made their own, but they're Ghostbusters.
Nice.
That's what you want. I think that might be lighter on
you.
You don't have to worry about a big, heavy backpack.
That would be kind of cool.
And that would merge 2 of your favorites. I mean, Ghostbusters and Aliens.
Yeah.
What is it? One of Archer's partners, Ramblin' Nerd, Anthony.
Yeah.
He's doing kind of a similar. not a similar thing, but he's doing it where it's like a big, kind of like almost like a Star Trek kind of like big, massive like Nerf rifle,
Yeah.
but it's a proton pack built on it. He's
Ah,
trying
that's
to,
cool.
I think he's trying to do like a Tommy gun thing. So the cyclotron
Yeah.
is like a big clip that can turn sideways or looks like a Tommy gun clip on the gun itself.
Nice. Let's see here. Now I need F17, F18. So let me find my F1 runner here. I guess I do 2 of those. Dave, I'm gonna tell you right now, this kit
Yes.
is definitely one of my more interesting builds, because this is very, like you said, it's very Megatron looking, you know?
What was it? Transformers Prime. There was a cartoon they did I don't know, 6 or 7, maybe even 8 years ago now.
Yeah.
Megatron kind of had a look like that, like his shoulders and everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the purple, kind of a dark Energon vibe going on with him.
Yeah. The designs on this are really good too. I'm digging this. I'm actually working on building his backpack now.
I think whatever kit, like Gundam kit I buy next, I'm going to buy a pack of colored pencils along with it. I want to try the get some black and maybe some silver.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to try that shading thing we've been seeing on Instagram.
Oh yeah, yeah. Also, that's
Just
that
to see how it
that
would
custom
look.
kit you showed me a picture of the other day.
Oh,
that was a beauty.
God. I'm like, I saw this. I was like, I'm required by state law to share this with Aaron.
Oh yeah. There's like part of the Geneva Convention. You have to share that with me.
I'm like, I don't know if that was a custom kit or
that's a custom job.
I'm like, it looked beyond. It was insanity.
Yeah.
Although it was missing Crocs. Earlier, you had stepped away, and I was telling Mirage about how I showed you the picture of the Crocs. She said, "Oh, yeah. I've seen them." See, you need Crocs.
Yeah, the Croc design always cracks me up in the Gunpla community, you know.
Well, when we did Fan Expo,
yeah,
my wife actually wore Crocs with her Deadpool costume. Which, I mean, if you watch Deadpool, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. He wears
Crocs. We're not going to say what he calls those shoes, but
yeah.
But it's and she happened to have these like black, gray, and red kind of plaid, like a Burberry kind of a pattern set, and it just so happens that they kind of matched her Deadpool outfit, so it worked.
Nice.
Uh-oh. I see Jen's comment.
Really?
I mean, you gotta admit, people nowadays are. I mean, like here in Buffalo, if we hear that there's gonna be like a nice storm or a storm coming through, they start freaking out. When I was a kid, they still had you go to school. I mean,
So funny story is back when I was a kid, we had a hurricane coming through, Hurricane Floyd, and it was going to hit the Charleston area, and the governor panicked and issued evacuations for the area, and it was crazy to say the least, but funny enough, the storm actually took a more northern approach as it got closer to the state. And his evacuation routes turned into trapping people in the path of the storm.
Oh, geez.
And 95 became gridlocked. Like all of our major interstates were gridlocked. You couldn't get in and out of the certain areas. Like a lot of the hurricane routes were blocked off from just poor traffic management. And so I remember listening to a radio show that the Clemson University used to host called the Tiger Tailgate Show. And the governor at that time actually came onto the show, and they told and the radio show gave him a hard time. They said, "Don't worry, fans. The governor has said that he will not be directing traffic out of the stadium tonight. You can rest assured that the highway patrol will have that handled for us." And you can just see the look. You can see the look on his face of just sheer, really, guys, really. I was like, that's why I love my state's, broadcaster's sense of humor.
We actually, speaking of sense of humor, we actually have a local police station.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of which one it is, but they are constantly posting the funniest stuff imaginable. Like they're the ones who they'll post pictures of a dog in the backseat.
Yeah.
Like we caught this criminal such and such, and they'll make a whole funny write up about it.
Yeah.
Or like they will do some skits and stuff. It's just hilarious. That's cool when you have something like that.
Yeah.
When you have people who can honestly make fun of things and just have fun with it.
Just have fun with it, yeah. I mean, it's already a stressful job as it is for them. I mean, I come from a long line of, I've got friends that are law enforcement officers, and I will say this, that I feel for them, some of the stories they've told me, just it's sick. It's rough. Some of the stuff they have to deal with. And I mean, I used to work closely with a lot of those guys when I worked at the hospital. I did security work for a hospital, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you meet a lot of those guys, you get to know a lot of those guys. They're just like us. They just want to, they're just having to do this because it was their calling, And then you get some that are total, I'm not going to say, you hear people bad-mouthing cops, but I'm going to tell you right now, there are some of them that are total douchebags. And then you get regular ones that are actually, decent human beings who will go above and beyond. Yeah, that's Charleston, West Virginia, and that one. That's Charleston, West Virginia. Wider spawn. There are 2 Charlestons in the United States that I know of. My Charleston is Charleston, South Carolina, which is a coastal town. Charleston, West Virginia is a mountainous, interesting area, to say the least. It's a very big touristy spot too here. Right, so I've got to repeat the same process over and over again for this build. This is such an interesting backpack too that I'm building. There we go. And we're going to repeat that process again here. Okay, I got to get that put on there. Hopefully there won't be anything that... Oh, great. I got ahead of myself. Just need to pry that... Well, you can't pry that off because that's there. Trying to rush through this build because I got 30 minutes left to get this done. Trying to get to bed like at or around 11:30 at night, or at least around midnight, so that way I can get a few hours sleep before I get up. And so you guys will notice that my streams will now be ending at 11 for the most part, unless there's something that holds it up, except for Fridays. But I'm going to start pushing to having my streams done at 11. As much as I love being up at 11:30 with you guys, I have to have the sleep.
Yeah. Understandable.
Alright, I gotta make sure that I've got the right parts here and I'm not mixing them up. Alright, we're going to repeat that process again twice. So I need these D26 and D29. Yep, I did cut a little too close to the part there that time. But well, it's still usable. I'll go ahead and cut out 25 and then set that here. Stop, don't roll. There we go. I don't think the 29s really matter there.
What do you have planned for next Sunday?
Next Sunday will be Fallout 76.
Okay. And tomorrow?
Tomorrow is, I was thinking of Destiny 2. I know Dre will be out, so I don't think we'll have him for Destiny 2. But we might do some other things in Destiny 2.
Now, can anyone join Destiny 2, or do you have to be a certain level?
Do you have Destiny 2, Dave?
I have it. I've only played a handful of times, though.
We're working through the new seasonal stuff right now.
But does that require it to be a certain level, or?
Not really, no. I think you just have to have the new season, the new expansion.
Oh, okay. So you have to, it's like
maybe
you got to have the battle pass and such.
Not so much the battle pass as you just have to have just that new expansion pack. That's I don't remember how much it is right now.
Okay, just curious.
We'll do wider spawn. If I think what we might do is I'm gonna look and see what my options are tomorrow, because I don't want to get too far ahead of Dre. I know he's out right now due to surgery, and Godspeed to him. That's gonna be a recovery time there. I'm gonna try to message him tomorrow if I got time. I got a meeting tomorrow. About $15 for the season pass. You're already level 160 there, Messiah. Nice. We might do some multiplayer tomorrow. That way you don't have to worry about that, Dave. Build up a fire team.
Mm-hmm.
You won't have to worry about having the battle pass for the multiplayer. Right, I'm going to leave these guys here, and then I need to cut out C17 for this one. And C16 for the top.
So I'm curious to see what happens tomorrow. Long story short, I had ordered a desk from Amazon.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, if you order within the next 2 to 3 hours, you're going to receive it Saturday or Sunday." I'm like, "Okay." So I ordered it. Then they say, "Oh, it's not going to be arriving until Sunday." Then it says, "Oh, shipped, expected Monday, requires signature." I'm like, call them up. I'm like, "Okay, what's going on with all this?"
Yeah.
I cleared my schedule for the weekend so I could be home when it arrived. I could sign for it, this and that.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, it's going to be there Monday." I'm like, "I work Monday. I will not be there when they deliver." I said, "This will happen the entire week, and then you want me to go down to the post office Saturday to try and sign for it and to try and bring it home? We only have one car. My wife has an event that Saturday, so I'm not going to be able to do that." I'm
Yeah.
explaining to them, like, "Okay, I can't do this. And your system says it's being USPS, but the agent I just spoke to said or UPS.
Yeah.
What's going on?" I spoke two separate calls, two separate supervisors. They're supposed to push a refund through. I received notification of refund. Guess what? It still says it's being delivered.
Oh, wonderful.
So, what happens if they do actually deliver it and not require a signature? Do I keep the desk and my refund, or
I think
so? We'll see
if
what happens.
if
Stay
you
tuned.
do, if the desk does get delivered, I think that they will take the refund back from you, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I will be calling them up if if it does arrive tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to call them and I'll let them know. But it's like it. But the fact remains that when I did the checkout, usually they're supposed to let you know if it requires a signature or a password or anything.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Hmm.
So Amazon at its best.
Yeah. I've I've had some issues with some of their stuff in the recent
Well, it was
months.
hilarious because they're like, "Oh, well, if Monday doesn't work for you," and I had told the rep 3 times already that I work Monday through Friday. I will not be home
Yeah.
when the U.S. Postal Service delivers. And they said, "Well, we can make it. We can have them deliver it to Tuesday." I'm like, "You are not understanding my words."
Yeah.
Then
It sounds like the rep was just trying to
trying to get me off the phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I said that to the supervisors too. One supervisor hung up on me.
Oh, wonderful.
So I called back, but they're like, "Oh, well, we can escalate to USPS and see if we and ask them to deliver Sunday." I'm like, "They're not going to deliver on Sunday. They don't deliver Sundays."
Yeah.
He goes and he checks. He said, "Yes, sir, you are correct about that."
Yeah. Like you didn't know your own USPS.
Yeah. So, gotta love Amazon. So I've been trying to look elsewhere to see if I can find some viable options, but
Yeah.
it looks like they may be the best option. I mean, I could go through Walmart, even Target technically, but they don't have them in stores. You just have to have them shipped to you. And with Walmart, usually it's FedEx doing the deliveries.
Yeah.
And I've had issues with them recently, so we'll see. Because if everything goes well, I will need that desk by 3 weeks from now.
Fingers crossed, Dave.
Because as long as I'm doing good at work, they
Yeah.
will allow me to work from home moving forward. So we'll see what happens. I still don't even know what my permanent schedule is going to be.
Yeah, keep me posted on that because I want to make sure that we can get you into any of the fun shenanigans with D&D and stuff.
Well, definitely. I mean, well, I'm still off on
weekends.
I'll be off Saturdays and Sundays, so that's not changing. So that's a good thing. But
and hopefully you can
but
get
also,
the IT prospects that me and you had talked about.
If I do, that means I'm back in the office, so I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. But hopefully by then, I mean, like I said, they do like a 90-day, so I can purchase stuff now, just save the receipts, and then they'll reimburse me. So
yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for, because I think a nice stand-up desk would help, not just for work, but also for like streams. It'd be nice to just stand up on a stream.
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting down in a chair all day long. My chair's busted as it is. I gotta get a new one.
Yeah. Mine I've repaired. I've been sitting in this big throne one for a little bit. I went and got mine from the
I found
office the other day for the new building.
I found at Amazon they actually have some chairs that are like 400 pounds capacity
Yeah.
and up for around $99,
That's not bad.
plus $30 for shipping. That's neither here nor there. But they're like more of a gamer chair style. But
Yeah.
still, it's like, well, if you're only paying $100, how good
I would-
can it really be?
I would say,
But-
Dave, if they are the gamer style, a good cushion will be needed.
Yeah,
Mine is of the gamer style.
for your lower back, right?
Yeah, for my tailbone area.
Yeah.
Because that's just sitting for long periods of time. It's not great.
I
Let's
wish I
see.
could find the ergonomic ones, like the ones that are just like a screen mesh.
Destiny 2 there, Whiter Swan. Destiny 2. I'll get with my crew tomorrow to see what the game plan is. I know Dre is probably out of commission because I know he's hurting. So.
Oh yeah, I think he got like 4 incisions.
Yeah, that's about the normal for that. I had the same surgery, so I had the same. I had the same incision set up.
So's my wife.
Yep. It's 4 small incisions. They pull it out through your belly button.
Yeah.
I thought that was so
pictures.
weird.
I'm like, I really didn't need to see the pictures, but I believe you.
Yeah. And he had the stones, which are they're no fun.
My wife has kidney stones on a regular cell.
Yeah. Having the
Yeah,
gallstones though, those are like
Yeah.
ugh. It's just no fun.
Well, nobody can accuse him of not having stones.
Exactly.
And I see, with Dwayne and Stevie, I saw their intro. Looks great. I love the new logo.
Yeah.
And I
Everything
see
looks good.
They go up to 5X on some of their styles on their merch.
Yeah.
So
I need to get me I don't think I have a Destination Stone shirt. I need to get one. That's for sure. I need to go through and I want to start getting the merch of all my friends, everybody's channels. That way I've got a little bit of, a little bit of everything,
Yeah, I was playing with Canva's free trial. That's how
Yeah.
I made the new logo.
Yeah.
So I grabbed a few assets off of Google, and I just went to a remove background site,
Yeah.
played around with some stuff because a buddy of mine who does some graphic, like he designs menus for like
Yeah.
like movie theaters and such, the animated menus.
Yeah.
So he made a little something for me. It was cool and all, but like it just didn't feel right, not 100%. So I fiddled around with Canva. They had some basic stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna make a video off of how I did that, and because I thought mine came out pretty good.
Also, if you ever need logo work done, let me know, Dave. I got the paid version of Canva.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can hook you up with some stuff.
Yeah, because like I told you before, I'm no longer using Filmora for the foreseeable future right now.
What's going on with that?
Oh, the monthly subscription, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was one of the fortunate ones to get the perpetual,
The lifetime.
the lifetime license. They tried to call it perpetual, and a lot of us fought it.
Yeah. Yep. I know some pretty big. The one, forget his name, but the one big YouTuber. He's a musician and whatnot.
Daniel
Yeah,
Batal.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
His whole saga with that was insane.
Yeah, that was a crazy situation there. Like, I just dropped the vent, and it's tiny.
Because right now I'm using the free version of CapCut to edit my videos.
How do you like that?
It's okay. Like some of the more snazzier stuff is obviously behind the paywall.
Yeah.
I also downloaded DaVinci Resolve, but I haven't started learning it yet.
Oh, I know that's what Daniel uses now.
Yeah, he promotes a lot of videos for that. I have the free version, so we'll see what I might potentially be able to do with it, but
Yeah.
short term, CapCut seems to be pretty okay. I mean, they have some basic transitions, and I edited a few things and made like a little game intro for us because I want to do some game streams.
Oh, I do have the
So,
Destination Zone shirt. I don't. Wider Swan, I don't really know. I really don't know. He asked me how far was I in an event. I have a hard time with like remembering how far I am in things.
yeah, but Jen, he doesn't have the new logo
Yeah,
on
she
the
said not
Destination
new one.
Stone shirt. See? So it's true. It's damn true.
We don't miss where these go.
Oh, it's done.
All right, and I gotta grab this other runner here.
Vegan fries are done.
Nice.
This is the Sparkle Gold PLA that we use for my wife's gun. See how you can see like like a kind of gold flake inside gold plastic.
Yeah.
So that's what we made her guns out of. Comes out pretty nice.
Yeah, that looks really good.
I just had to take these are the little supports on that one. My buddy is a big vintage gamer. Like what? Yesterday he sent me some pictures. He just got the old Skater die from the original Nintendo.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. Done.
Nice.
It's got the holes so you can hang it up.
Yeah. That's cool.
You can just put your classic Game Boy cartridges in there and show them off.
Why is that? Oh, I see why that's not lining up. A little bit of undergating left on there. All right, Ricardo. Have a good night.
Take care, man.
I've still got a weapon to build on this, but other than that, in the backpack, I've about got the backpack done. Just gotta snap everything together, and then after that, I gotta build the weapon. Ooh, I almost messed up. Went to cut the part, the undergating off the part. Almost cut the part itself. You ever done that, Mirage? Get like real close to the undergating?
Yeah, that did happen before.
All right, let's get this vent in place here. Oh, come on. There we go. And now I've just got to cut out the 2 rockets. And then we just have the 2, we just have to build the guns. 8 to 11. Got an extra vent right here that I think I just need to cut out. There we go. That can go in the box. Yep, just got 2 runners left to use here. That's the E runners. And then I have the effects parts. I'm going to have to slap this up on TikTok once I'm done. Well, not tonight, but you know, sometime this week. All right, so now we take all of those fins we cut out, and one on each side of the backpack here. We're going to go one here. I'm just going to flatten those out so that way they look That way they sit flat till I can get them in. Oh, nope, can't flatten them out. And this one goes here. Come on. There. This is kind of cool. Three. 3. Oh, something's not right. No, that's right. Just that one's being weird. I don't know. Maybe I got one of these in the wrong spot. Because that's curved up way too much. There we go. Yep, one of them got jumbled up whenever I tilted the page there. Oh, got to set down. Because it kept like bumping into it. I was like, why is that not lining up?
Yep.
And just to kind of show you all the design here after I get all this installed. There's the backpack spread out so you can kind of see it in its glory, and then it just kind of slaps right there into the front.
Like a big metallic fan or like some
Yeah. And then when you
wings.
So whenever you put it, you push it all back, and it almost looks like those vents that the xenomorphs have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, mechanized xenomorph.
I've seen someone do that with like one of the IBO kits, converted into a xenomorph. All right, so let's lay him down. All right, the weapons. Now these should be easy to build. Keyword should, because we've got our beam sabers here, and I can go ahead and just kind of like set those off to the side somewhere. I don't know where they connect into the kit itself. Like, I didn't see any like connection points. But first thing we're going to build is the rifle. So I need to cut out. And we're making good time with this. I should be done by 8:30 or 11:30.
8:30 in the morning, really?
Yeah. If I were building Dendrobium, maybe.
I'm sure Jen was rolling her eyes at you just now.
Yeah. And finally, E17 and E15. This has been kind of a fun kit.
Other than dropping pieces?
Other than dropping pieces, yeah. But I think that's just from my hands not being...
Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to cut it short for now. I'm gonna have to take a rest.
You gotta take a rest?
Yeah.
Well, Mirage, we appreciate you being here tonight, my friend.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Hey, anytime, brother. And I hope you get the feeling better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so soon.
You have yourself a great one, man.
Yeah. Thank you, bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mirage, our good friend, and our, as we call him, the Brunei brother, because he is always knowledgeable on our Gundam stuff. We always love having him here in the hangar.
what do they call it like in the mafia? The consigliere. I cannot say that word right.
Yeah, I can't say it. Yeah, something of that tone.
Yeah, he's the Gundam consigliere to the Gundam Grand Marshal, the Gun Daimyo. There you go.
Oh, there we go. I was about to say that's not going on the way I want it to. All right, now I got to get this in place. Lots of tiny pieces on this kit. For it being a master grade sized kit. Here's our rifle that we have here, guys. As you can see. Bring that a little closer so y'all can get a better view. Just a nice looking weapon right there. And now we get to build our rocket launcher. The beam launcher. Excuse me, beam launcher. It doesn't launch rockets, it launches beams.
Isn't that just a laser gun?
Pretty much. Just a giant beam cannon. There's E1.
I'm sorry, whenever I hear beam cannon, I just think of Piccolo.
Yeah.
So beam cannon.
Piccolo.
He's still one of my all-time favorite DBZ.
Same.
Fighters.
Always thought he was pretty epic. Okay, I'm kind of seeing something cool with this kit.
Do tell.
So, getting ready to cut out all the pieces I need from it.
Yes.
We did get some bonus pieces there for kit bashing stuff, so that'll come in handy. But the ends of the rocket or the beam cannon here, beam launcher here.
Yeah.
They look like they're on a hinge almost. So that could come in handy.
As long as they're not unhinged.
Yeah. And this is we do get some effects parts with it as well, and I'll show you all those. Might put those together on a couple of parts. And we get this piece here. And then this piece. I got it backwards, I think. No, that's right. Okay. So, step 1, take the backpack off. If I want to display the beam saber, I have to take the backpack off. Like if I want to have one of the beam sabers on the back, that's where the beam sabers go. They go in this little piece back here that I can't seem to. There we go. Pry off just yet. There we go. But the beam sabers actually sit in here.
In where?
In this little piece right here. Sorry, I had it off camera.
Okay.
I didn't realize it. Like so. So I will leave one of them in there.
And one drawn in his hand?
And one ready to go to be displayed in his hand.
Okay.
All right, let's get that backpack back on. All right. Fold those. And I will show you guys what this thing looks like here. Because we do get some effects parts to go along with this. We get this epic rifle. We get we get 4 weapons to choose from. We get the beam saber here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out one of the beam effects here that they give us. And we also get a cool effect with the shield. Instead of having like a standard physical shaped shield, he gets a particle shield.
Oh, okay. So it's
sort
an
of
energy
like
shield.
Yeah, sort of like the F91 has. The F91 has one as well. The Crossbone has one. And there's that particle shield right there as well. We got a ton of extra polycaps to use with this too. I don't really see myself using these polycaps for a whole lot of stuff. But here's one of our beam sabers in use right now. I can put it in his hand. Just, I have to take a hand loose. Well, so taking the shield. How do I put that beam shield on? Let me see. Does it show me? Should. So for the beam shield, if I want to display it, I have to take this gray piece off. And that's going to be fun. Well, we won't worry about that too much because it just came completely off the arm and I don't want to take it. I mean, that's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. But we do get this beam effect that goes on the shield here. So you can display that beam shield. You can barely see it because it matches the color of my hand there, but it's a nice pink shield. We do get the beam saber. And now this has got a pretty interesting beam design to it here, because we get that wide base here, and then it goes tapered off at the end there instead of being pointy, like several other beam sabers that I've seen. So that's an interesting design for that.
You said it's not pointy?
It's not pointy at the end. No, instead it's kind of squared off at the end, like rounded. But you can kind of see it's point, like a bit of a point there, or like a bit of a flat point there at the end.
Is that on purpose or a defect?
That's on purpose, most likely. We do have a few decals we need to put. One decal at least I need to put on. Doesn't like I need to. It's giving me a whole lot of decal work to do, and I can do this if I want to. I don't really feel like slapping a whole 150 decals onto a kit.
Yeah.
They show you like some of the designs here where they kind of pop out a little bit in the picture. I'm going to put one on there though that I feel like needs to be on there, and that's the Crossbone Vanguard logo. Needs to be on that forehead. Grab my other tweezers. And that needs to be up here on his forehead armor. I don't like a whole lot of markings on my mobile suits when I play around with them a little bit. So there it is right there, guys. That decal that I added on. That design, this suit design alone is probably one of my favorites. I love those kind of Centurion style helmet designs that you get. We get a lot of playability in this kit too. Like the neck has a lot of, I can move motions in different ways now compared to like other kits. So I can like have its head go forward. I can have it tilt back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of playability in that. The joint movement is really good in this one too. Like I can get a lot of free range
What
joint
series
movement.
is this from?
This is from the F91 series. Gundam F91 was a futuristic Gundam series.
Okay.
Took place kind of like late future, and you can see there's one of those gnats. God, they're terrible. Got him. But a lot of great details in here. We even get some nice boosters on the side here. The feet have some boosters as well. The stickers on the feet, I'm not a huge fan of because they're just not holding up well. Maybe a little bit of glue will hold that in place. The back work looks really cool too. This is a really well detailed kit. We get a lot of movement in these little thrusters here. So you can tuck them into the leg or you can leave them out like that. These move pretty independently of each other, so you're not like, you know, if you move one, they're not all going to spread out. There's a good spread on those too, so you can lay them out flat. But really just a great design kit. Stands pretty well. Like I don't feel like I have to like manhandle it just to keep it in place like I have with some kits. Doesn't feel super top heavy either, which is great for the fact that it has a lot of stuff. We get this nice weapon here, the beam cannon, or that beam, whatever they call it. I don't know what I said earlier.
No, you called it like a beam cannon. Yeah,
beam cannon, beam launcher. That's it, beam launcher. We also get a beam rifle. Now, some of these beam rifles, it's cool because you can actually play with the effects here. You don't get the chance to plug in one of these effects here, which kind of makes me sad a little bit, but it's okay. It comes with 2 of the beam sabers. I've got one in the display mode and one ready to go for attack mode. But yeah, this is, hang on, let me see. No, that won't go in there either. But we also, like I said, there's plenty of effects parts here. You get plenty of decals to play with, guys. So if you want more decals on your kit, that's one way you can do it. But there we go. Everybody saying goodnight, everybody. Everybody saying goodnight to Ricardo. But ladies and gentlemen, I believe with that being said, that's going to be it for tonight's stream. I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Thank y'all so much for watching. It looks really good. It definitely turned out to be one of my better kits here, guys. So definitely worth the money. Thank you, Jen, for buying it for me too. I really appreciate that.
She loves you.
Oh yeah, every now and then. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for tonight's stream. I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, as we dive back into Destiny 2. Again, we're going to be short Dre in our group, so we might have to improvise something. Maybe some PvP. Maybe some adventures, things like that. Might do a nightfall or a raid or something like that. We'll come up with something. But yeah, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get too far in the story without him, because Dre has been part of that story group for a minute. But we got ourselves one final dab party I see here as well. Let's go ahead and throw that out there. At this time, I also want to take the time to thank Dave for being here tonight. Dave, you and Mirage kept me company for the good part of this. What you got planned,
yes, sir?
Dave?
Well, let me turn my camera around. Well, I recently just dropped a video because I did the unbox for the Spider-Man Miles Morales Bodega Cat suit hot toy. I just did that this past week.
Nice.
Tuesday Night Talks is still in full swing. Every Tuesday, I pretty much open up my channel for a live stream for anyone and everyone to come on and talk about the latest and greatest. This week, we're actually talking with Colin of EC Collecting.
Nice.
He was just at a con this past weekend, so we're going to be talking about that, talking about things going on with his channel. And he and I both are, well, he's also an Aliens fan, so I'm going to see if he's seen Romulus. Then we'll have a full-blown discussion on stream. But also, Dre and I last year, me, him, and Colin did the school lunch.
Yeah.
Did the school lunch fundraiser.
Yeah.
Me and Dre are bringing that back this year, so we're going to be doing that. And right now we're working with Four Horsemen on securing another Mythic Legions or possibly Cosmic Legions box for a giveaway. So that's going to run during the month of October. So we got a lot of crazy things going on. Yeah.
Nice.
So if anyone out there ever wants to collaborate, you want to come on Tuesday Night Talks, promote your channels, whatever you're doing, Instagram, Twitter, Etsy store, whatever you got, just message me on Instagram.
Awesome. But Dave, as always, it's been great having you here tonight. And I want to say, at this time, guys, I want to say thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel and haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Click on that bell icon, guys. That's going to keep you up to date with when I go live, when I post new videos like my grounded videos. You guys are loving those. It'll also keep you up to date with when I post news for the channel. So, like, if I have to announce that I'm not going to be here, it's a good way to find out. At this time, I want to thank some amazing people that have been here with the channel this past month, and that is my czars. I got to actually put the newest video in there because we haven't used StreamYard we used it during the giveaway, and that was the last time, and I've updated that video since then. Let me get that in there. I forgot to do that, and it makes me feel like I've been lazy. There we go. 1 second. 1 second, ladies and gents. Wow. Okay, StreamYard. I know you. Yeah, there we go. Good job. You did it.
Very.
But I want to take this time to thank my Czars of the channel. These are the people that have paid $2.99 to support the channel. When you become a Czar, you unlock some amazing perks like getting your name at the end of every video. You get entered into giveaways automatically. You get awesome emotes to play with, and you get to see my content before anybody else. So thank you so much to those amazing people who have supported. You guys have been phenomenal, and I couldn't have done this without you. But anyway, comrades, that's it for tonight's video or stream. I want to thank you so much for watching. Be safe. Be amazing. Much love to you all, and we'll see you in the next video. Good night, everybody.
This stream has officially ended. Thank you for watching, comrades. Commencing end stream protocol. Enjoy your night.